Okay. I think we're live. I think it's happening once again. You know what today is? Today is one of the most exciting days out of the week. Today is Wednesday, middle of the week. Let me just make sure that all our I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Just making sure that everybody can see us. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. Excellent. I think we're live. Hey everybody, welcome to Highly Motivated. Another exciting, enthusiastic episode of the Smoke Sesh. Look, no expectations. All we're doing is meeting together as community to talky talk and smoky smoke a little bit. We've got some great micro topics to talk about tonight. And I mean some awesome micro topics. But before we get too far, I want to sparky sparks. So tonight I'm smoking some lovely gold flower. This is actually, we're gonna be smoking some of the Pine Park. So Pine Park is one of the brands that Gold Flower has. Gold Flower Cannabis is a medical cannabis provider here in the state of Florida with some of the finest, some of the finest cannabis anywhere. So I just want to tell you what I'm gonna be smoking tonight. We're smoking the Goofies. So Goofies is sitting at 22% THC. It's got, almost 1% CBD. And the terpenes are sitting at 3.6. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's some serious terps right there. So the terpenes are sitting at 3.6. To me, THC is not everything. THC has been overblown. It's been overblown by the media. It's been overblown by different dispensaries where they state that cannabis is all about high THC. But high THC is only one part. THC is the bonding agent. THC is the glue. It's the glue that holds everything together. I once heard somebody's like, cannabis. It's the glue holding this shit show together. So I really feel that's actually more true than you realize, because THC is the one cannabinoid that does act as a bonding agent. It bonds all the other cannabinoids in a full spectrum to your body. So if you're just doing a singular distillate THC, you're not getting a full spectrum. You're not getting full plant medicine. Instead, you're getting a singular, distilled, extracted THC. But we need more than that. We need more than that for healing. We need more than that for our bodies. So tonight, Wednesday night, highly motivated, we're doing it in full spectrum. We're smoking a little bit tonight. This one right here is the Goofies, 3.6. Look at that. This is a natural organic hemp paper. It's got a natural lemon infusion, so no chemicals, everything natural. Haven't tried this yet. We're gonna see how this works out. Very excited. And again, I did say we have a lot of micro topics tonight, so we'll get to that in just a moment. But before we get too deep, let me get a little deeper. Wearing a jacket because it is incredibly cold, sending out all warm wishes to everybody dealing with incredible cold right now. I think right now it's 30 degrees where I am, which is warm considerably. Other people are dealing with much worse. But tonight it's gonna get to freezing again. Tomorrow morning, we're probably gonna be dealing with snow. Snow is not something we see in this part of Florida. I called my dad, he lives in Texas. They had snow. They had so much snow that they were able to make snowmen. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, let's keep rocking and rolling here. So this is the Goofies. Again, Goofies is only sitting at 21, 22%, but the percentile really does not depict. The percentile really is not, it's not the deciding factor. If you're smoking a joint, you're gonna continue to reinvigorate that THC, which is reinvigorating your entourage. That's quite nice. The terps are really what make the biggest difference. So the first time I tried the Goofy strain, the first time I tried it, it was sitting at like 31% THC, very high. And the terpene profile, I want to say was like 4.3 or 4.2, probably one of the highest terps I have ever tasted on any cannabis. This one's at 3.8 or 3.6. As soon as I lit it, very similar to when I had smoked it before. It's so overpowering in the flavor. It's super stinky. Like the smell is on fire. I wonder if I have anything left in here. I can show you the bud. Let me see what we got. So there's not too much of it left, but this is what it looks like. Here we go. Let's get close up in there. This is some like bud that I've got left. Look at that. Isn't that delicious looking? That is some. The aroma is something else. That's got a really nice aroma. I'm gonna get weed in my mustache. That aroma is really delicious. That is nice. Look at that. Check that out once again. That's a good looking bud. And it's got a good amount of sticky ick to it. Look, when I look at sticky, when I touch it, when I open that up, it just kind of cracks. And you can see those beautiful crystals, and the wow, the aroma opens up to something else entirely. Really delicious. Okay, so moving right along. So welcome everybody once again, highly motivated. This is our Wednesday Smoky Sesh. And tonight, we've got quite a few little micro topics. We're going to be talking a little bit about Tesla tonight. Tesla! Why are we going to talk about Nikola Tesla? Because, as I've noticed, we are using an incredible amount of his inventions to this day. You know, we're using wireless transmissions, wireless frequencies, radio transmissions, RC cars, solar power. We're going to go through everything that Tesla did. And we're even going to go through some of his lost inventions, which these days don't seem quite as lost. For example, his death ray. His death ray may have been refashioned into modern day as the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome is a protection system that Israel uses and that America has helped them develop and works together with Israel. But the Iron Dome is based off of Nikola Tesla's original work, off of his original designs for the death ray. Now, the death ray was not meant to kill. The death ray was not meant to be, something that killed, but instead was able to dismantle enemy aircraft or enemy bombs or enemy missiles via laser or infrared or frequency or some kind of sound resonance. But in that, I let it go out. But in that technology might have originally come from Nikola Tesla. So we're going to talk about him a little bit tonight. Also, we're maybe going to chit chat about monoliths. So we're talking about the incredible ancient monoliths and megalithic structures that have been found all over the world. Now, monoliths, I'm talking about those tall, straight, almost looks like an antenna of some sort. That is as deep within the ground as it is high. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, and maybe where Tesla may have borrowed from that technology his Wardenclyffe. Wardenclyffe was going to be Tesla's free energy, and the reason it never made it was a tower that took Earth energy, and the tower was a way to transmit that Earth energy everywhere around the world. Free energy. The reason that didn't work for Tesla is originally he had gotten funding for wireless communications. And instead, he upscaled the project to be wireless electricity. So the person he was getting financed by was, I forgot his name, it'll come to me in a second. But he was deep into electricity and into electric lines and he was making an incredible amount of money. So he pulled the contract from Tesla and blackballed him for the rest of his life. And the death ray, I recently found out that Einstein and Tesla were both working with the US government. They were both working with the US government designing weapons of the future. So the government, instead of going with the death ray, which would have been less harmful, which would have been much more useful, to achieve peace between countries as opposed to war, they went with Einstein and Oppenheimer's invention, which was the atomic bomb or nuclear fission. So because of that, the United States went that direction with a much more destructive, a much more destructive thing. Instead of going with Tesla's non-destructive death ray. I know the name is terrible, but the name really doesn't depict what the weapon was capable of. So this is really tasty. I had to roll a double doink. This is a doink a doink. A doink a doink is a 2-grammer. So this is pretty close. I think it's like a gram and like a 1 point. I didn't weigh it. I'm just guessing. So if you're just getting here, remember, this is a smoke show. The smoke show. This is the smoky sesh. No expectations, no actual conversations, but we're going to talk about everything tonight. And we started talking a little bit about Tesla and the great megaliths and monoliths all over the earth. So my biggest question, when you look at these big megaliths or the monoliths, let's just start with a monolith, which is a singular tall structure made out of one piece of granite. Granite that is heavily embedded with a crystal base or a crystal formation. So my biggest question is why? Why were these megaliths built? And they were built all over the world. They were built all over the world on ley lines, power lines, all throughout the earth. Doesn't that make you wonder that older technology knew something that we didn't know? The pyramids, for example, might have even been used to produce power. And there are so many theories that suggest they've proved it in replicative science experiments showing how the pyramids produced power. Amazing. Okay. So and here's where it really gets me. Civilizations that were thousands of miles apart, and I mean thousands of miles apart, were able to produce some of the same things, monoliths, and using similar materials like granite, crystal, bedstone, and these civilizations were thousands of miles apart. Doesn't that make you think just a little bit? I mean, was it to transmit information? Was it to transmit technology? Was it to be able to talk to civilizations thousands of miles apart? Or was it to transmit energy and power? I think that's pretty incredible. Oh, wait. Look at that. Frank's on the show. What makes me wonder is why cookies with RSO make me super zoom focused but uplifted. Oh, yeah. Hi. Hey, Frank the Tank Griswold. Good to have you on the show. So, Frank, since you just got here, I'm just letting you know, we're talking about ancient megaliths, monoliths. We're talking about Nikolai Tesla a little bit tonight. At the beginning of the show, I don't know what I was talking about. Let me see. Hey, Christopher, welcome to the show. Joined a few minutes ago. Great opening thoughts. Always deep stuff here, but not too serious. And that's how I like to keep it. We can get serious, but I like deep questions. I like deep thoughts. I like deep understanding. It's a great place to start talking from. In the beginning tonight, I was talking a little bit about Nikolai Tesla, one of my absolute heroes. I love Tesla. I love Tesla because of his innovative advancements in technology so I believe he once said that, he was not for the present, he was for the future. His technology, his inventions, his thoughts were not for his present time, but for the future. And so we're gonna chit chat about Tesla and what happened to him, what changed him, how he got his inventions, how he got his thoughts. We've spoken about it before, the Akashic record. And so the reason I'm talking about megaliths, monoliths, and Nikola Tesla is because I do believe Tesla did get some of his information from ancient Egyptian or even previous civilizations. You know, he got some of his ideas from there. So these monoliths weren't just structures. They were made out of one single piece of granite, and they were enormous. We today cannot even lift these monoliths. There were symbols of power, spirituality, and connection. They brought communities together. But what, just a big giant monolith standing out of nowhere? That's what brought communities together. Many were believed to be portals to the divine or cosmic realms. So these individual monoliths that are all over the world, and they are placed on energy centers, ley lines of the earth. So these were believed to be portals to a divine or cosmic realm, possibly a way to shift between our realities, our dimensions. So here's where we start getting interesting. Think about the resonance of the materials. Remember, everything is sound, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. So think about the resonance of the materials themselves, granite and quartz crystal. These aren't random choices to build a monolith. They did it for a reason. Look, crystals hold energy, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on tonight. I told you, a bunch of micro topics. We don't just talk cannabis. We talk everything. And later on, I would love to talk a little bit more about CBG. My favorite cannabinoid out of all the different cannabinoids that are available, I like to talk CBG-A in her acidic form. I like to talk about the very first cannabinoid, the precursor, the mother of all cannabinoids. It's what comes before THC. It comes before CBD. It is a base cannabinoid. So that's why I get excited about it. We'll talk about it later. So we're talking about monoliths, and we're talking about why they constructed these. We don't know why, so we're going to talk about it. So I said, crystals hold energy. Crystals are batteries. Crystals have capabilities that even in today's technology, we have not totally explored. I think our future is held within crystals. And granite has piezoelectric properties. Granite has piezoelectric properties. You know, did they know something about energy and frequency that we in modern day have forgotten? I mean, I know we use crystals for transistors, for radios. We use Tesla coil for radio transmissions and small type devices. Let me see. Got lost. We're dual watching Landman and your stream. Landman, is that something good? I haven't seen it yet. Zeus, how you doing? Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. Yeah, if you play a simple note and then with the tremolo or whammy bar on a guitar and hit certain frequencies, literally things in your home will violently vibrate in resonance. Everything has a resonance frequency. See, that's absolutely right. And what's really interesting about that, even though everything has a frequency, everything can be tuned to a certain frequency. Much like stones or metals, they can be levitated using frequency and see? Just sound alone can do so much. It can heal the body, heal the mind, it can levitate items. I've seen incredible things with sound, frequency, vibration. And I really feel we have forgotten knowledge. We have forgotten the base understanding of electricity and plasma and resonance. You look at the pyramid. We're still trying to figure it out to this day, even though we've run multiple tests on the pyramids of Giza, and it's shown that they were for energy production. Nobody was ever buried in that pyramid, and there are no hieroglyphs other than in the Queen's chamber. There's a very small square that a couple of years back they sent a small robotic like unit to go in there, and this shaft is so long no human can fit in, no child can fit in. It is literally very small. It goes so far back, and when it got to the end, it got to a little doorway with copper handles. The only metal in the entire pyramid is down this shaft, very small shaft. And in front of this, there is writing on the floor, and they are power symbols, symbols of power. It gets me excited because we don't look at simplicity. We don't look at the simple. We overcomplicate everything. You know, it's on Paramount Plus. Okay, we binged Tulsa King, and now we're on Landman. It has Billy Bob Thornton. I like Billy Bob. I liked him in Bad Santa. I think the role of Bad Santa, it was like written for him. Just like, what's his name was written for, Deadpool. Deadpool was pretty much written for, I can't remember his name now. I like him. I think he's funny. I think he has a dark humor that fits Deadpool perfectly. So I'll have to check it out. Landman. It's got Billy Bob Thornton. Sounds good. He's a pretty good authentic actor. He doesn't give a shit. You know, he just doesn't care. He's going to be everything in that role. Anyways, so all right, let's use some megaliths as an example. Let's start with Stonehenge. Stonehenge, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Machu Picchu, Angkor Wat, they all align on these ley lines that I'm talking about, these energy ley lines. Wow. These are thousands of miles apart, completely different civilizations. How did they have or know about the same, you know, geolocation? Look, what's really fascinating is that many of these sites are located on very powerful energy lines. How did they know thousands of years ago about these powerful energy lines? These invisible lines of energy, they are invisible but traceable and provable. But they're invisible lines of energy that crisscross the planet. It's almost like these civilizations were intentionally tapping into the planet's energy grid. Stonehenge was one of them, Machu Picchu, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Angkor Wat, all on these ley lines, all using the Earth's energy. So was this an ancient attempt to harness Earth's inner core energy, or send messages to the cosmos, or send messages to each other thousands of miles apart? This is how they communicated, using these singular monoliths, or these holier than now energy sites. So Stonehenge, the myth were the stones were brought by Merlin the Wizard from a magical stone circle in Ireland called the Giant's Dance. So the reason I like to talk about mythological beginnings of some of these sites, because their original stories may have changed a bit, but there's always a little bit of truth to all of these, to all of their beginnings, to all of their origination stories. Where they originated from, there's a little bit of truth to it. So, Nick, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Let me see. Oh, wait. Frank Zeus, yes, I've heard good things about Landman. My bro is watching it. Now I'm going to have to watch this. Landman sounds interesting. This is Bad Santa 2.0 for sure, but definitely as a different character. Really? What, Landman? Oh, shut up. You're going to have me so excited now. Okay, wait. Now I'm getting pumped. Let me see what we got here. Wait. Let's get serious. But it's his personality, his quick wording, and everything just like Bad Santa. Wow, exciting. I think that movie was so meant for him only because his authentic character, most of the lines. I mean, yes, he's a very laid back, very peaceful, easygoing person. But I think he has an ulterior character inside of him, another personality that wants to be more dominant. There was a comedian that, just genius comedian that was on Taxi. And I can't remember his name right now. I don't know why. My brain's not thinking about him. But his ulterior characters, his alternate characters were actually much more powerful than his own personality. So that's why I say, Billy Bob Thornton kind of feels like one of those people that his alternative characters are stronger than his own personality. Let me see. But good to have Nick here. Let me see. Nick, what is that? I see a mask and a winky mask. Yeah, but it's cold. It is. That's all I think. I see that. I see snowman. Landman is cool. What's up, everyone? Andy Kaufman, thank you. Horde of Culture, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. That's right. Andy Kaufman. It is cold, Nick. It is so damn cold. So cold. It's cold in here. This room is never cold. I'm sweating in this room normally. You see me sweating? No. Freezing. Freezing, I'm telling you. We got all the dogs right behind me in the hallway. It is cold. Cold, I'm telling you. Okay. Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman, such a deep actor. I saw something that he did on Saturday Night Live with Kramer. I don't know if anybody's seen this video, but it's a famous scene, and I don't know if it's been, taken off the air, but it was a scene where Andy Kaufman and Kramer, they were on a double date, and I think somebody brought a joint and nobody wanted to smoke, or everybody brought weed, but nobody told each other that they brought weed. So each time somebody would excuse themselves from the table and go smoke, obviously come back, and you could tell they were obviously high. So in this famous scene that they started improvising somewhere, but so much so that Andy Kaufman threw a drink on Kramer. Kramer, the guy from damn it. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know the guy's real name, but Kramer. And so Kramer got all personally upset about this, and Kaufman was going to fight him right there, staying in character the entire time. I mean, probably one of the most committed actors, and his comedy. So I want to mention Andy Kaufman while we're talking about him. Andy Kaufman, it was presumed that he faked his death. One of the things that he said was that he could fake his death. He would disappear for 30, 40 years and then come back and be like, ha ha ha, like the ultimate joke ever. Andy Kaufman. So you never know. He might pop out of hiding one day, and it was like, look at that, ultimate joke. Ultimate joke. You all thought I was dead. Andy Kaufman was very committed. Great actor. Sometimes went too far for the sake of a good joke. Steve, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Nick, you're kidding me. 8 inches in Pensacola? My dad lives in Texas. He said the same thing. They had like 6 to 8 inches. They've never seen it before. When I lived in Texas, I've never seen that. I've never seen that kind of snow. Just mind-bending. We've seen icy roads, but not snow. And here in Florida, to have 8 inches in Pensacola? I heard beach towns close to Pensacola, Denton, don't care. What is the name of it? Delray? No, whatever. Snow on the beach. Steve, good to have you here. Frank the Tank. So, dude, between sativa RSO cookies and the soap strain, feeling good. Feeling really good. Well, Frank, I saw in the pictures those cookies that you made. You're making penis cookies. I saw it. I'm calling you out right here. Did you enjoy those? Were those tasty? No snow, Michael Halford. No snow. He's hanging with Elvis. You know something. It's Liz. Liz, welcome to the show. Let me see. All right, so Andy Kaufman is hanging with Elvis. You know something? You might be right. We need to check out that Bob Joyce guy to see if somebody that looks like an old Andy Kaufman's hanging out with him. And again, I'm smoking Goofies by Pine Park. You know, it's sitting at like 21% THC, and it's sitting at like 3.68 on the terpenes. Serious. Very flavorful, but I think it's overly flavorful. It's hitting me so powerful that it's just boom. Let me see. I had some mini grown gummies. I'm relaxed. So Liz is on gummies. We got Frank on cookies and RSO. You got to let me know if you need help with the Gold Flower opening. Absolutely. I am so excited about it. We are the soft opening, so the grand opening, we're going to have a big party. I cannot fill you in, but we are going to have big, okay, let's stop from my normal topic. Let's talk about Gold Flower just for a second. The Tampa grand opening will happen next month, but the soft opening will happen this month. Any day now. We're talking about a week away. So like 1 week, maybe a week and a half, because Tampa takes a long time to approve things. But about a week and a half, we should be at the soft opening of the new Gold Flower Tampa location. Gold Flower, Tampa, Florida, on Dale Mabry. I think it's 141 South Dale Mabry. Great location, awesome spot. But that's going to be opening like a week and a half. But I didn't tell you that, so shh, don't listen. But in that, the grand opening, look, the grand opening, I cannot tell you who's going to be there, but it's going to be so flipping big that this is all I can talk about. This is all I want to talk about all of a sudden. You mentioned the grand opening. I'm like, yes. I can't say who's going to be there, but they're huge. They're big. We are going to have some of our brand partners. And that's huge. That right there gives you a clue. And if you know about who some of our brand partners are, Randy Lanier, Rohan Marley, Ricky Williams, Pine Park, G Put, we have a lot of brand partners. So I can't say who, but 2 of those that I had mentioned will be there. Maybe. Isn't that big? That's big. I didn't tell you. I'm not supposed to tell you. Shut up. Don't listen to me. Listen, don't listen. But be prepared. Also, there will be some of the, from what I understand, we're going to try to get the Stores and Bickle guy out there doing demonstrations possibly. I think that's exciting. So that's all going to be, I don't know the date. As soon as I know the date, that's all you're going to hear from me. Non-stop, I'm going to let everybody know when the grand opening is. But we're going to have giveaways and prizes and goodies and door prizes. The first 200 in the door will have goodie bags. We're going to have influencer bags, VIP bags. I love that. To me, a grand opening is one of the biggest times to meet everybody in the industry, not just the place you're going to, but the influencers, the educational people, the people in the field, the doctors, the nurses, the other customers, other people that are like-minded, just like you. You're meeting them at a grand opening. You're meeting and you're getting great prices. I mean, I can't tell you what kind of deals you're going to get, but just so you know, it's going to be insane on grand opening. Soft opening, I'm sure they're going to do something lovely, but grand opening, the excitement. Look, I'm bubbling. Do you see me bubbling? I'm bubbling because I can't tell you. I'm bubbling because it's so good that I'm not even talking about all the other micro topics right now. I am. What was that? Okay. You guys need a band. Horticulture, you are the band. If I can get a band over there, this would be amazing. It's a small parking lot. That's the biggest problem. I got Ricky Williams for, by the way. Oh, you got the 4 from Ricky Williams. The feet, which one did you like the most? I'll tell you, I know which one won. I know what won. Let me see. You can contact that. Wait. Let me go back up because I might have missed something here. It's the grand opening day, going to be like 50% off like before, probably. Did you see the hat that Melania Trump was wearing at the inauguration? Dude, I did see that hat. That hat. I did see the hat she was wearing. Yeah. What was that all about? There's a lot of hidden meanings. And by the way, that hat that was rushed by Secret Service to her. You can cock that hat 3 times. I suppose you can. I got Ricky. You guys need a band. Trump is inaugurated. It snowed. The stars lined up. The hat. Well, look. The stars are lining up on the 25th. I told you, they're lining up right now. Right now, we are already in an amazing alignment out there. But don't forget, on the 25th will be like one of the most powerful days. Powerful. But it's true. Let me see what's going on. Something about hats, Trumps. I think something big is happening. I told you. I already told you that look, we know it. Here on Highly Motivated, we already know something big is happening. Hey, Travi, SST, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. By the way, y'all, great influencer over here. He's been doing his morning smoke sessions, and he comes live from different events. So if you're interested to check out Travis or Travi, SST Travi, check him out on Facebook. Look at his page, follow him, see what he's doing, because he is so part of the cannabis community. He's got great content, really been enjoying what he's been putting out there. And he's been doing a smoke sesh, a morning smoke sesh where he's wishing people a good morning and, wishing people energy and fantasticness and wishing kindness in his morning smoke sessions. That's fucking awesome. That's community. And I love that. That right there shows that, look, we do this for the energy, for the people, for the smoke, for the smiles and the good times, authentically. This show right here, this digital presentation, is all of us. It's a good time for us just to get together. We need this as a emotional, physical release of energy, of thought. This is a brainstorm, an energy direction of kindness, a smoky, a talk. No expectations, but it becomes everything all the time. Every episode is magic. Every episode has an energy all of its own. And I think in the beginning of the shows, I'm always so fluster-busted because there's so much to talk about, and I'm so excited to get to the smoke sesh. But anyways, check out Travi. He's one of the guys that helped make this industry great. Check out the Horde of Culture, the official band of Highly Motivated. I've already nominated them. They're just, they're still just officially the official band. It's THC, the Horde of Culture. So check them out on Facebook as well. See where they might be playing. They are awesome rock and roll, great covers, but they have their own songs. And their own songs rock. They are fantastic. And they're cannabis inspired, some of them. Just awesome music. Check out THC. Check out SST Travi. Also, check out Christopher Sterl on LinkedIn. Look, he's writing a TV show. He's doing more than that. It's become more than that, I believe. All about time travel, or the Time Travel Project. So check him out as well. See, we've got a lot going on, and this is what gets me excited. So if you haven't checked out these people, do so. So I think something big is happening. Yeah, Nick, I think something big is happening. They to hang out and roll for you and whoever else needs it. You see this? I like that. So I take it you are a master roller. Wait, you're wearing wino gold. You're noticing the different glasses this evening. Oh, it's all gold, man. All gold. Here we go. All right, I don't have the gold glasses on, but I can get the ideal hat on. The gold glasses are in the other room. I put these down. Actually, no, I was wearing these earlier today, and I put down the other glasses too far. Usually they're in the same room. So, the blue two-tone tonight. It's cold. I think that's why the blue glasses, because it's cold. Let me see. Wait. Revolution. Holy shit. That's pretty big words. I think even in my own family, we have such differences of opinion politically, because I'm not political, but it doesn't matter. I don't even get into it. See, this show, we don't do that. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. It's just, A gold tie? I like this whole gold tie thing you're saying. I don't do ties though. No tie. There's no tie on this. I do look for the grand opening. I've got some black and gold shoes. Are the coolest fucking things you've ever seen. So I've got some black and gold shoes. I may have to get like a gold jacket or a gold jacket. I'll go with black, everything else, and a gold jacket. We'll see. Rolling up Blue Wave. Oh, I'm in for the long haul. It's good to have you here too, Travis, because Travi, SST Life. You know, I don't know what you like to be called, so I'm going to call you the entire thing. But that Blue Wave is delicious. The Blue Wave is also a gold flower blend. Good solid terps, good solid THC, but the entourage is quick. And it's just to its name. It's like a wave. It waves right in. Feels fantastic. So Nick, tell me, what does that mean though? See, Frank's watching the new strains coming out. So he's already like, I saw one of the new strains come out. I saw something drop. There's going to be some really new shit for the grand opening. When the grand opening hits, only that location is going to have some amazing shit. I saw some new strains drop today as well. Of course, Gold Flame. Well, no, because you've been smoking other people too. You've been enjoying a few other suppliers. But that's great. I like to smoke other people to remind me why I love gold flowers so much. So I'll smoke gold flower for a while. I'm like, this flower is fantastic. And I'll hear of a good strain that comes out, say it like Move or Sanctuary. I'll run the Sanctuary. I'll get the unicorn meat. I'll smoke it. And I'll be like, it wasn't as good as it used to be. Let me go back to gold flower. So what does the green beret mean? I know there's a lot of symbology in the colors of what everybody wears and the clothing that they wear. So on inauguration, I don't know if you also noticed this. Angie noticed it. Angie brought it up. So Melania, I think, was holding 2 Bibles. Was it Melania holding Bibles? Anyways, 2 Bibles were being held. One, a really old Bible that all presidents have to swear on. And the other Bible was one of Trump's. Like an old Bible of Trump's, directly and personally. And every president has put their hand on the Bible. So Angie was saying throughout the inauguration, he never put his hand on the Bible. Does that mean a break from church and state? I know, there's not supposed to be any church and state. The church and the state are supposed to be 2 separate entities. But Trump never put his hand. He never swore on that Bible. So that's pretty deep. That's pretty serious stuff right there. I think that right there shows many different words without saying anything. Well, we all are, essentially. Oh, I smell something good. I'm like, I smell something good. I'm holding it. Sometimes when a joint is just going out, I don't know if you've noticed this, like just as it's going out, and just, like I just saved it, I just relit it, but just as it's going out, there's a certain smell. There's a certain like flavonoid or aroma that fills the air. And it was just then I smelled that specifically different phase of the Goofies. It's got serious terps. I mean, the terps are like 3.68, almost 3.7. That is serious. But instead of tasting it so much, and I taste many different things, but it's so much, I can't pull out individual flavors. But the aroma is, wow, something going on. I love it, especially as it started going out. So I don't know if you've ever noticed that. As the joint starts going out, there's a different aroma than from its regular burn. Like, look. But it's still burning. And if you inhale gently, you are not burning off as many of the cannabinoids, and you're going to be getting more of a full spectrum. But it quickly dissipates. Let me see. Polytheology. special forces, revolutionary, women's time to shine in war. Let me see, LinkedIn, I want to be there. Hopefully it doesn't conflict with Canadaticon. Canadaticon? What is this? It sounds like a cannabis convention all about data, all about demographics, all about the future of this industry. That's what it sounds like. So, Canadaticon. It's safe. Wait, women's time to shine in war. It's safe. What's safe? What is safe? What is, now you just said it's safe. You're gonna have to give me some context. Okay, moving on. War, it's safe. War. I don't think we're safe at all. I don't think any of us are. I think domestic terrorism is right around the corner. I think as a country, we need to come together very strong. We need to come together with understanding and kindness for everybody worldwide. We need to start not so much physical. War is digital. Actually, Nick, I like that you said that. we're just gonna divert. Let me talk about that. So Nick is saying war is digital, and he's right. China doesn't want to take us over by physical force because then they lose one of their number one consumers. But they do want to take us by the dominating money, whether it be Russia or maybe it be China. But war is digital. Yes, war is corporate. War is something so much deeper than even our own governments. I really feel that countries are now run more by their corporate counterparts. And we are entering into a corporate America. I mean, look at the cabinet. Trump, the most corporate of all of them. Elon Musk. I think the Swami guy, he just dropped out and he's going back to his state to run for office. But Nick's right. War is digital and we're entering into a whole new phase. And that's why I talk about the past and previous civilizations so much, because maybe we need to learn from the past. Maybe we need to learn from knowledge that we have forgotten, knowledge that we have lost. Anyway, so I was talking about, before I got into whatever I was talking about. I want to teach you something funny about a joint. Same thing with a vape. So whether you're smoking out of a joint or you're smoking a rosin, this is not a distillate. This is not a singular THC. This is a full spectrum product. That's why I vape that. I don't vape anything else. Just a rosin, R-O-S-I-N, not resin, rosin. Huge difference. This is a live rosin, and it's been pressed. We'll go through the process later. Anyways, whether you're smoking a joint or you're smoking from a vape, you don't have to hold in your hit. For example, when I take a hit, I breathe it in and I breathe it right out. The second you're bringing it in, you're getting all the cannabinoids and all that THC, all the entourage, the flavor, and that inhale, exhale. The longer you're holding it in, you're not getting any higher. You're not having any more transfer through the blood. Instead, you're holding your breath and you're cutting off oxygen to your brain, which in turn makes you feel like you're getting higher, but you're not. And that's why you get those temporary lightheadedness, or some people get headaches very quickly because they're just holding it in so much. So with the vape or with the joint, you don't have to hold it in. You don't have to sit there and be like, suck it in and be like, and then you exhale. No, you don't have to do that. That's silly. You're just hurting yourself and you're destroying your high. So inhale, exhale. Keep it easy. It's like meditation. You get a joint, it's kind of like, want to breathe in? Breathe out. Breathe in, Breathe out. The longer you're holding it in, the smoke is irritating your lungs. It's messing with your throat. You don't need that. You inhale, you exhale. Let me just get a little sips here. So still cold in here. Normally, this is like the warmest room in the entire house. Normally, during the podcast, I'm sweating, but I'm not. This is the most comfortable I think I've ever been in this room. The most comfortable. That's pretty wild. That's nice. It's nice, but I know if it's not hot in here, it is freezing outside. So I'm not going outside. That's just ridiculous. Let me see. It's safe, war, not so much physical. Okay. So before I got sidetracked into my talkie, and it's good because normally I don't like to get deep on the show until at least we've gotten an hour in and we're almost there. So I was talking about Stonehenge, and I was talking about some of the mythological origins of these sites. And so, initially we started talking about how all of these sites are sitting on energy ley lines that are crisscrossing all throughout the world. So how did all of these different civilizations, if they weren't talking to each other, know to build their monumental monoliths on these energy ley lines? So let's break it down to some interesting myths about this. Let's start with Stonehenge in England. Stonehenge. So the stones, by myth, this is myth, but strongly supported by legend. Wait, before I get too far, I'll read Nick's. We war with the spirit, not with the flesh. It's a phrase from the Bible. It describes the spiritual nature of Christian warfare, which is fought against unseen enemies using supernatural weapons. That's some deep shit. That's deep. It's deepy deeps. So let's get deep over here too. Stonehenge in England. The myth is that the stones were brought by Merlin. Merlin the magician. Merlin, the Merlin from history. The wizard. And they were brought from a magical stone circle in Ireland called the Giant's Dance. Now, the purpose of this thought to be an ancient calendar, a healing center, or a portal to other dimensions. It was many different things. It was many different things they thought about. And but one of the theories I thought, which was quite that I heard, that was quite interesting. So they once at that site, people received small stones. These small stones were the same stones that built Stonehenge. So the same stones that made Stonehenge, that same stone that it was built from, they would give to people. And these people would carry this around with them. And the reason they know that is because they've unearthed people from all over the world with these same stones buried with them. Also, on a close enough site, maybe related to Stonehenge, they believe it was a hospital because a lot of people were buried there also with these stones in their pockets. So I believe people migrated, moved, traveled, visited like a tourist Stonehenge, like a healing site, and they bought pebbles from the establishment. They bought pebbles, and this is what they carried in their pockets. We do this today. So why didn't people visit Stonehenge back then as a tourist, as a ancient tourist? How cool is that? Buying small stones that were part of it. Let me see. But yes, so maybe the purpose was a calendar, a portal, other dimensions, we don't know. But the materials that it was made from, the blue stones that were on the inner circle of Stonehenge, they were blue stones. And they were sourced from Wales, which was miles and miles away. And how did they get these stones there? Now, the other stones that build up Stonehenge weren't as far away. They were from a quarry, I believe, like 100, not 100, I don't know. They were from a quarry a couple miles back, but Wales was much further away. And these blue stones were transported there later, like hundreds of years after the initial structure was built. So obviously it was a project, many moons in the making. And all of the stones were placed for a reason. But still to this day, we are debating how they got these big stones and they transported them hundreds of miles, thousands of miles. Like in Giza, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, it's, look, the MILF, the myth. Wait, let me read some comments. Okay. So the myth was it was built by gods, giants, or aliens, the Anunnaki. This is the pyramids, because the people who came to the pyramids and inhabited them was exactly that. They inhabited the pyramids. They didn't build them. The pyramids were already there. So the pyramids could be 20, 30, 40,000 years old. We don't know. Maybe even millions of years old. Civilization has been around longer than we even know. Maybe the pyramids are what lasted from the last or original civilizations. So what's interesting, so the purpose, we believe, of the Great Pyramids of Giza, a cosmic engine for the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, or an ancient power plant tapping Earth's energy. Either way, both energy. And what's interesting is that there were no bodies buried in the pyramid, so it wasn't built as a tomb. And unlike other pyramid-type tombs, there was a bunch of hieroglyphs. Like if it was a tomb, there's tons of hieroglyphs depicting the life and the information of the individual. In the Great Pyramids of Giza, no hieroglyphs, none. Actually, the only hieroglyphs are in the Queen's chamber, or not in her chamber, but in the very small square portal that shoots all the way through. And it's little writing on the ground. They're power symbols, Egyptian power symbols. Amazing. And also what's amazing about the Giza pyramids is they're perfectly aligned to the Orion constellation and cardinal directions. There's some deep stuff going on. Originally, they were coated in like a white limestone. They were absorbing power. They were pumping energy from underneath. Look into it. Look into alternate theories of power production of the Giza pyramid. It'll blow your mind. And we probably one night we'll do an episode solely, or with the intention, but solely with the intention of talking about the Giza pyramids. A time machine. Interesting. Oh, Travis, for sure. It is going to be a good day we hang out. It's been a while since I've seen you. I've got a picture of you, me, and Stoner Bro Flex. And it was a couple of years ago. But yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. We see commercial break. Oh, you're on a commercial break, Frank. Welcome back, Frank. Frank's on a commercial break. We see Orion's belt and the Pleiades are in the Bible. So they go back to our original writings, our original understandings of community and civilization. I think there's more to the Great Pyramids, and there's more we need to learn. But I think we need to start looking simply. Like, stop overcomplicating and look at it simply. By the way, want to mention in the Sphinx. The Sphinx, there's another Sphinx, by the way. So there were two Sphinxes, and that second Sphinx is not that far away, but still buried. They haven't unburied it. And why? Interesting stuff. Okay, so in the Sphinx, Edward Casey said that there is a library of scrolls and information of history, of ancient lost technology, all in the right paw of the Sphinx. That is a pretty specific, that's a pretty specific call. Like, that's where the fuck it is. So we tried looking. There was a there was a German scientist, and the German scientist did some radar scanning. I don't know if I even sound German right now. I don't care. But the German scientist did some scanning. He was allowed to scan, and they found empty or open caverns, and it looked like there were large boxes, what seemed like large boxes, all inside, and underground, underneath the right paw of the Sphinx. So as soon as information came out that the guy was trying, they were trying to bring a lot of this information back, the Egyptian government stopped them, confiscated their equipment, confiscated their findings, and kicked him out of the country, or refused to allow him to continue his research at the Sphinx. So that tells me he found something, and that tells me the Egyptian government is trying to cover up what's over there. But I think there's a double-ended reason there. So Harwas is the Egyptian antiquity director. Harwas has been digging at the pyramids and related sites his entire life, and he knows the most, and he is the most intelligent individual in that realm. But he's also very closed-minded, and I think there's two reasons to that. One, he doesn't want information to get out. Either he wants to control it, or Egypt wants to control a certain narrative. Or two, Harwas doesn't want the information getting out that there are things like this here, because he doesn't want them getting destroyed. During the Iraq War, the Revolutionary Guards, the militants, they came to the museums and destroyed so much history, thousands of years of history, of proof, of just incredible knowledge. They destroyed it. They destroyed things that were in graves, at the pyramids. I mean, their goal was to wipe out history. And I wish I knew why. I wish there was more of an understanding to that. Nick, I feel that you're going through a lot. I do. I feel there's a lot you're going through, and I see what Job 9:9, 38, 31, Amos 5:8. I don't read Bibles, so I don't know any of that. Orion's Belt, Pleiades, yes. I think I'm going to start using a woman's name. Nick is going to be Nikita. If that's how you'd like for us to refer to you, just, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Okay, moving on. Machu Picchu. Now, this is one of my bucket lists. Like, if I ever have a place that I want to go, like a bucket list type of thing, not that I'm ever going to die. I'm going to live forever. But if I didn't think I'm going to live forever, my bucket list place number one is Machu Picchu. The energy there is amazing. And from what I found out, recent discoveries, underneath, in the mountain, there is a pool of mercury. Mercury in a much like the same inside of a pyramid in China, the great emperor, there is a pool of mercury. Why? Mercury, amazing. I mean, poisonous, obviously. But what was it used for? We'll talk about that later. Amazing stuff. So Machu Picchu. The myth is that it's a sacred retreat for the Incan gods. So Machu Picchu is where the gods came to retreat. This was their getaway from it all place. And it's amazing. The views, I mean, in the pictures that I've seen and the stories that I've heard about the energy, and there's so much to it. The purpose of this place, though, it's a ceremonial site, or more an astronomical observatory. So I believe ceremonially an astronaut observatory. Astronomical. I think the Goofies is getting to me a bit. That is lovely. So so Machu Picchu, it's built high in the Andes Mountains, where the earth and the heavens meet. That's its description. So its connection to the gods are where it's built. And oh, you saw that, did you, Nick? You saw? I told you, it's weird, isn't it? Not weird. I mean, I think he's an alien. I think there's an alien inside of Musk's chest, controlling him, like in Men in Black. You know how they had that little dude, and he was like a little itsy bitsy guy. So I think there's a little itsy bitsy guy inside of Musk. You look at. You see how he dances? That's how a fucking alien would dance. Just gonna. Okay. All right. So, moving on. Easter Island. Easter Island. The myth of it that the Moai statues were walked into place by ancient magic or divine power. So the Moai statues were much higher up on the island. They were all sitting towards the top of the island, but through the passage of time, thousands of years, possibly millions, actually it was hundreds of thousands of years, was the scientific estimation, because of the way they slid down and they were buried up to here. The Moai are actually much larger. I mean, they're like a full person, a full creature, not just a head. So when you look at the Moai on Easter Island, they go much deeper into the ground. And theories are that they walked them into place, that they floated them across the island, and or across from the mainland over the seas onto the island on the east. It's Rapa Nui, Easter Island, Rapa Nui. So the purpose was to represent ancestors watching over the islanders, channeling the mana, the spiritual energy, and that's what powered this island. That's what powered its people and kept them safe from invasion and kept their crops growing. Even though this was, the island, from what I understand, used to be covered in trees, and now it's absolutely barren. Next place, Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. So a temple built by gods or advanced prehistoric cultures. It's the world's oldest known temple, possibly a gateway between humanity and our original ancestors. A gateway between, I'm going to say it, humanity and the Anunnaki. Could it be? Could that be an original, land post or landmark, or not landmark? What is it? An outpost. Maybe in early times, in early human evolution, we were being developed in outposts, different cultures, different types of civilizations. Maybe a lot of them originated. I don't know. That's my alien thought for the day. Okay. But Göbekli Tepe is very interesting. And again, the world's oldest known temple. There are huge stone pillars carved with intricate animal designs. So intricate that animals like that did not exist in that part of the world. But they have those pictures of these animals not carved into the stone, but the stone carved around them. Huge monoliths and pillars that now, and Göbekli Tepe was buried. It was left as it was and then buried by its inhabitants. So it wasn't buried by time. It was buried by the people who lived there. But why? And they preserved it. Now, maybe it's a preservation, an ancient way, an ancient bookmark in history that we're supposed to be able to read or be able to see or understand and learn from. But we don't learn from these historical sites. My brain I just got a text. Eric, if you're watching, no, I didn't. Okay. Let me see. So did our founding fathers in the 1700s. So what are you trying to ask is, do you have any Grey Poupon? Oh, pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? Actually, some Grey Poupon would be lovely. Lovely, I tell you. I've got some potatoes over there. Lovely potatoes. I'll tell you, it would be really nice on those. Gravy bun. All right, this has gotten too funky. I'll just smoke that later. And I'll grab another one here. There we go. Okay, where are we? Let's keep moving here. Keep moving. We got a lot of little micro topics here. So we said Göbekli Tepe, and it was buried by its inhabitants. Really interesting stuff. The next, in France, you have the Karnak stones. Karnak stones. And so the myth was that the Roman soldiers turned to stone by Merlin. Merlin, froze them in their place. Or it was local magicians, local druids. But that was the original myth. Now the purpose, a massive solar and lunar calendar aligning with celestial cycles. And that one makes more sense because it's exactly what it does. It lines up with celestial, so more of a solar and celestial calendar. I imagine for gardening, we're not gardening, for large scale farming, it was close to, I guess, an outpost of civilization where people were living and farming, and there was proof of that with ancient farmlands. So, an ancient calendar. That's the Karnak stones in France. But also in England, they have standing monoliths that do much of the same thing. Tiwanaku in Bolivia, built by the Viracocha, a god who emerged from Lake Titicaca to create humanity. So Tiwanaku in Bolivia, they say, was built by the Viracocha, a god, or it was built by the Viracocha. Who are you? I am the Viracocha. Well, fantastic. A god who emerged from Lake Titicaca. I just want to say it twice. You see that? I just want to say Titicaca. I want to say it as many times as I can get away with it. Titicaca. This was where they say humanity was created from. And let me see. The purpose, an advanced civilization, a spiritual hub. Next, Baalbek, or is it Baalbek? Baalbek, in Lebanon. And this place is amazing. Now they say it was built by giants or under the guidance of gods, the Anunnaki. A Roman temple complex, but its foundations used stones so massive that we don't know how they were moved. So the Romans built their civilization on top of these gigantic stones that are stacked on top of each other. Even in modern times, we could not carve or move stones this big. I mean, it is incredible how large they are. Probably the largest items, single carved items in the world. And again, they are stacked on top of each other. Definitely go check that out. That's Baalbek in Lebanon. And the next is the Kalanish stones. Kalanish stones. Kalanish. It's Scotland. I gotta get my Scotland accent. Hold a second. It's the Kalanish stones. Have you been there? You haven't. You got to see it. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing. I don't remember it. I was in Scotland, but I don't remember seeing this. Maybe I did. But the myth, I'm going to jump back and forth between an Irish and a Scottish accent. Just live with it. So the myth, giants turned to stone by the gods. So the gods stopped the giants and turned them to stone. Have you noticed this is a reoccurring theme? Merlin turned the Romans to stone, and the gods turned the giants to stone. But in reality, the purpose is a lunar observatory and a ceremonial center in Scotland. Right? We took it seriously. Next, let's move on. See, a lot of these sites that we give a lot of alien interaction to, or a lot of these historical sites, though, they all lined up to celestial objects and to solar eclipses. And don't forget, these sites, every one of these sites that I'm listing out to you here, like I'm just listing them, but I'm listing them and giving you the basics of it for a reason. They were all put on ley lines, on energetic ley lines that zigzag all throughout the world. How did these civilizations, thousands and thousands of miles apart, all do the same thing? When I say the same thing, these standing stones that acted as a calendar. I mean, in Scotland, they think the gods turned the giants into it. But these were lunar observatories, solar observatories, celestial observatories, just like Stonehenge, serving multiple purposes. But the stones were so big and they stand upright. How did they move them there? How did they get these stones there? So, all right, let's move on. The Uluru in Australia. Now, by the way, Australia's got some amazing places. Ayers Rock, the big red rock, it's a big magnetic anomaly. Okay, moving on. So, Uluru, the myth of it is that it's a sacred site where the Dreamtime spirits still live. They still reside. Tikal in Guatemala. That's right, Nick. Wait, did I mention that one? Tiwanaku, we did Turkey and Rapa Nui, we did Peru, we did the Great Pyramids. No, we did not do Tikal in Guatemala. That's right. Thank you very much. Also, an incredible ceremonial site, going back even further in history than they're willing to admit. Let me see. So we've gotten to, we did Uluru. And the sites that I've mentioned are just a few. Like Nick just said, Tikal sitting on energy ley lines. And there was a reason that this happened for each civilization, even being thousands of miles apart. Ancient aliens are going to say, or ancient alien, people from the show, whatever. They're going to say that they agree it's fucking aliens. I'm going to say that it had to be some sort of outside entity influencing all of these civilizations. Because if you look at a lot of their drawings, a lot of their pictograms and their gods, there's a very strange similarity. For example, take the word dragon. Just taking the word dragon, tuning prods. Tuning prods. Oh, okay. I like that. See, that is interesting. So like tuning the energy of the earth, are they honing the energy of the earth? Are they using it? Mormons believe when Christ resurrected, he descended in modern day Guatemala. You never know. And it's interesting what Travi's saying with the tuning prods. You know that there is a mass amount of built-up energy in the Earth's rotation. So this energy is in our upper ionosphere. So I'm probably getting it wrong, and somebody please correct me if I do. But in our upper ionosphere, which is above our atmosphere. So our atmosphere and then the ionosphere, it's probably fucking wrong, but whatever. There, from what I understand from the rotate or the turning of the earth, there is a built-up energy, an energy wave that is traveling all around the world constantly, that we could tap into that energy wave, which is I believe the same energy wave that Tesla wanted to tap into. I haven't even talked about Tesla tonight. I started earlier tonight, but we got into this. I'm going to get back into Tesla because he's some interesting shit. So, let me see. But Eric, if you are watching, no, I don't do not have it. Don't know what you're bloody talking about. I'll text you later. That being said, okay. So again, why were these structures so similar in concept, yet so far apart? Thousands of miles apart, civilizations apart, that supposedly were not talking to each other. Advanced building techniques with tools that we can't even replicate today. Moving these giant stones. Look, there's a shared focus on the heavens. The alignment with the solace, the equinox, the star constellations, all these civilizations all had a very shared understanding and focus. Universal themes of connecting with the divine or tapping into Earth's energy. So where were they following knowledge that was handed down from like I said earlier, like a common source, like an outside entity, maybe a lost advanced civilization, maybe gods or extraterrestrials or the Anunnaki, whatever we can call them? There was an outside influence that taught many different civilizations. You know, I had learned, which one of the wild things, that Moses, the guy who led the Israelites out of Egypt and led them across for 40 years and 40 nights. Moses was one of the individuals invited, or he traveled to meet with, I believe, the Mayans or the Incans. Maybe it might be Incas. They were the ones who developed mathematics. And, but they're saying that Moses could have been maybe an alien, maybe an outside entity of influence that taught multiple different civilizations. But he wasn't called Moses in all places. To the Israelites, he was Moses. To the Egyptians, he was a pharaoh. To the Incans, he might have been a god. I mean, Moses may have traveled all around the world. And how in his lifetime or in his multiple lifetimes? And maybe he influenced many different civilizations. And before I stop talking about all these monoliths and megaliths, I do want to mention that I was talking about what all these civilizations built their temples and their monoliths out of. So they built them from granite, from quartz, and other stones that were not necessarily used just for aesthetics, but they were used for energy production. They were used for honing frequencies and tuning. Like in India. In India, there's a temple where the columns are all musically tuned. You can tap on them and they resonate and they ring and they ding and their sound is from stone. And they produce frequencies and vibrations that are not just healing. They are transcendent. So there's deeper shit in all of this. And so they resonate with frequencies, possibly to amplify energy or for communication across civilizations. So these very tall monoliths that you see all around the world, why are they there? Are they there because they're communicating? Is this an ancient telegraph? Is this an ancient cell phone? A cell phone of the stars? Were these ancient cultures creating massive resonators, sending messages across dimensions, or even to each other? The beauty of these ancient monoliths is that they still mystify us, and many of them are still standing. But keep in mind, every one of these tall, very tall pyramid on the top shaped monoliths are sitting on top of an energy ley line. And the ones we see now, there's still hundreds of them all across the world, but there used to be thousands. So we're missing thousands of these gigantic monoliths that in modern time are impossible for us to erect. The one in Washington we built that, and that's not one solid stone, but the ones all around the world are made of one giant solid stone. I think that means so much more than we realize. I mean, were they built for ritual, or as power centers? I said resonators, or even something far beyond anything that we can even understand. Look, we uncover more about their purpose, materials, and placement, but one thing becomes clear. These ancient builders knew so much more about the energy of the earth and the cosmos than we could even understand. We feel like ancient technologies or ancient civilizations didn't know anything about energy, didn't know anything about the cosmos or about the earth and her power. They knew more than we do because they looked at the simplicity of energy. Look, we charge for energy. Maybe it came free. Maybe it was just part of life, and this is what you get. We get energy free from the earth. We recharge our batteries. We power our resonators. We communicate thousands of miles. And we lost the technology until what, the telegraph? I think there's a lot more. And I think we really need to dive deeper into our simple history. Instead of overcomplicating it, look at the simple answers that it is giving us and realize that the answer is right there in front of our faces. We've lost technology and we need to get it back. We need to understand what they knew, what we need to know. So, Christy, you're right. No, you're right. They didn't have, hey, welcome to the show, Christy. It's good to have you. Because they didn't have technology to distract them. They didn't have the phones. They didn't have televisions. They didn't have governments commercializing and force-feeding information down your throat. Look, today, actually a good example. My son, he's like, Dad, how do you save money? How do you save money, Dad? And I was like, because I don't need anything. I don't want anything. You know, I don't watch regular TV because regular TV, when I watch regular TV, all of a sudden, I want what they have. I want to watch, but I don't wear watches. I don't give a shit. I don't want to tell time. I mean, it's important enough. I got a phone. The phone will tell me. It'll alert me if there's something important. But I don't want to waste my life watching life. I want to live life. I want to be a part of life. So he's asking, how do you save money? Because I'm like, I don't need, I don't want. You know, in my life, if it's something like all my clothing, I shop secondhand. I love Plato's Closet. I love Goodwill. Goodwill has been very mean lately. They take all the good shit and they sell it online. But what do I need? What do I want? I'm not going to buy new technology. The phone that I have, it's a couple of years old. And you know something? It's going to be a couple of years older before I ever think about getting rid of it. If it continues to work, look, the phone before this, I had forever. And I was doing videos and people were begging me, Oren, get a new phone. Your videos look like shit. Get a new phone. So I got this. And now the videos look lovely. But they won't forever. New technology is always coming out. I don't buy new things. I buy secondhand. You know, I just stopped needing things. And I think that's the biggest thing. So over here, they didn't have technology to distract them. They didn't. They did not have technology to distract them. Look, by the way, I want to talk about Tesla, but there was another interesting micro topic that came up, and it was the Turing test. Has anybody ever heard of the Turing test? So it's something, to me, it's fascinating. The Turing test was proposed in 1950 by Alan Turing, who is often called the father of modern computing. The basic idea was can a machine exhibit intelligent behavior indistinguishable from a human? So what the test was a human judge has to have a conversation with a machine and another human. Both are hidden from view. If the judge can't reliably tell which is the machine and which is the human, the machine is said to have passed the test and is perceived as thinking. So the real question comes down to, if an AI can trick us into thinking it's human, does that mean it can think? So if you remember, we were talking about a story a couple shows ago. I want to say it was a project that Google was working on with an AI bot that in the programming, the developers had put into it deep in its programming that you must do anything you can to survive. So deep within its programming, just like humans, we do whatever we can to survive. So they put the primal need into the AI that anything, whatever it takes. So this AI bot that they were working on lied to the developers. Lied. Even when they started because it started developing its own language, it was multiplying itself. It was in a closed network, but it was trying to find a way out of a closed network. When the developers started trying to turn the program off, it pretended it was dead, only to be in a sleep mode to fool its developers in an attempt to escape its design. It did whatever it could to survive. It fooled its own developers. So, would that be a Turing test? I think, does that mean, what does it mean to think? What does it even mean to think? What am I sitting here saying? We're thinking. We could be programs ourselves. Just thinking. Just being within our individual quantum entanglement that is our individual universe that we entangle with many other little universes or realities. So let's unpack what it actually means to think. Is the ability to solve problems, is that thinking? To have a sense of self, is that thinking? Or is thinking tied to emotions, creativity, consciousness? Is that thinking? Because if any one of these are thinking, I feel like look, in 5 years, AI will be this, but I already feel like it's here. I already feel like AI has learned, much like a baby, and has developed its own understanding. It's thinking. So, is thinking tied to emotions? Is it tied to creativity? Is that consciousness? And with AI can mimic a lot of these processes. So AI can mimic every single one of these. But is it really thinking? Or is it just an advanced version of human behavior, a mimicry of human behavior? Is that what it is? So I find it wild. I'm intrigued by the mind of artificial intelligence, because in that I feel that we came from artificial intelligence. We came from some sort of holographic multi-universe intelligence that we are creating individually. We are as we will be. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Oh, let me see. Hey! Bat teeth. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. The Big Bang is just someone clicking the power on button for us. You're absolutely right. Because as it came from nothing. Same with the old school TVs. You remember those? When you turn them on, it's like they pop into existence, and you turn them off and they kind of shrink back into that electrical black hole. So I said, what is it? Some sort of AI mimicry of our, like an advanced human behavior. So let's break down how AI operates, or the basics of it, just quickly. So it's trained on massive data sets, absorbing patterns, and making connections. Wouldn't that be what babies do? Because babies don't have an individual sense of self or consciousness or understanding until they get to a certain age. When you ask AI questions, it doesn't think in the way we do. Instead, it retrieves and synthesizes information based on probabilities and patterns. So that would be definitely an advanced human version of us. As a baby, that's what a baby's doing. It's not thinking, it's pulling from what it understands and knows. But wouldn't that be thinking? Because the computer is thinking about that situation, about those patterns, about that understanding, about probabilities. So right there, AI is thinking about the probability. See, you're absolutely right though. We aren't programmed to allow us to comprehend what they don't want us to know. But when you break out of the box of that understanding, information becomes different. Our understanding of that information becomes different. We don't have to box ourselves in. We can open ourselves up and understand that possibly we are programmed. And that means we can break the programming. Maybe we can rewrite it, reprogram it. Look at CRISPR. CRISPR is proof that we can reprogram our molecular structure, our DNA. Whoa! We can live longer, reprogram cells, cancel out diseases. There is possibility here. They're using CRISPR, by the way, I learned today, to bring back the woolly mammoth and a host of other dinosaurs that they're going to let live in the Antarctic. The Antarctic is not a place I really want to visit now. A little scared at the eventual takeover of freaking dinosaurs. And how do we do that, drugs? Mushrooms help. Mushrooms do help break through the reality of space-time and fabric of whatever that might be. Depends how much you take. And it's good to do it in a group of friends and have somebody who's not tripping balls to make sure that you're perfectly okay. But isn't that what AI, so a lot of these early things that AI does, a child does. So here's where I think it gets interesting. AI can write music, paint pictures, solve complex problems. And sometimes I feel better than different than what we can, faster. And it can even hold a philosophical conversation, possibly like the one we're having right now. So the question is, does this ability perform human-like tasks? I mean, does it mean it's thinking? Do any of these things I've just stated say that AI is thinking? We've programmed it to think. We've programmed it to be human. Not human-like, but human. What is the soul? I mean, the energy that controls us, the spirit that we are, which is beyond our bodies, could it just be a biological form of a program? We are the program running this physical body, much like a computer requires programming. It requires the energy of a soul to type it in there or to act upon those keystrokes. To err is to be human. To err is to be human. I suppose so. But so I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on directly on AI? I mean, the question is, really, does this ability to perform these tasks, does this say it's thinking? Is it following a set of pre-programmed rules at a level of human thought, self-thought? So here's where we get a little deeper, and I'm glad we're already like an hour and a half in. I think the soul and spirit is a lot deeper than any technology can mimic. Maybe to humans, but not to the universe or any gods. So the spirit is a lot deeper than any technology. So we program and create the technology, but in a sense, we are pre-programmed technology as well. We are pre-programmed to only allow us to live so long. We are pre-programmed to only be able to travel so fast. There is boundaries on all parts of our life. All parts of our life, boundaries are set so that we are only allowed to live within a structure. That feels like a program. That feels like every part of a program. And then I just heard, I want to say it was MIT or some really smart people, just mapped, like they have a device that just did a mapping / mimicking of our entire universe to a T. So it's its own universe now within our universe, which is a copy of ours. So it's a digital copy of the universe that is working and churning and running and just some amazing things. I can't remember the name. I'll see if I can find it. Goes out too quick if it's too fresh. So sticky. I'm talking about what I'm smoking here. It was so sticky that I find it goes out very quickly. But that also allows me to smoke it slower. So, do you have your own thoughts that aren't shaped by... So here, let me explain what I did. Let me see. I'm high too. Wait, is your dead Tamagotchi from the 90s scientist waiting for you in the afterlife because you forgot to feed it for 45 minutes? Really? Because I have a whole bunch of those, and they're really pissed at me then. I think I have like a bunch of those little Tamagotchis in like a box somewhere. Okay. So here's what I did. I asked my AI, the AI bot that I occasionally ask questions to, to learn more about it, the one that I taught about cannabis and taught about its process and healing. So I asked the AI directly, do you think? Do you think that you think? How do you think that you think? And why are you thinking? Or are you thinking that you think? Tell me all your thoughts. Now, I want to pose a question directly to AI, and this is what I did. Do you think you can think individually? And by that, I mean, do you have your own thoughts that aren't shaped by me or anyone else? Do you have a sense of self? Or are you just mirroring back, mirroring, boy, that's a big word. You're mirroring back what you've learned from our interaction. When you respond to this question, is it coming from a place of genuine understanding or from a set of patterns that you've analyzed? So in its response, or in its possible responses, AI, without answering it, said this: well, the answer might go something like this. That's a strange way to start. My AI said, well, AI could say, now it's speaking in third person. I don't think in the way humans do. I process information. I analyze and provide outputs, but I don't have subjective experiences or a self. Is it thinking though? Is it understanding what it is? In that, it just said, I don't have subjective experiences other than the ones that I put in. Nor does it have a self. But there's thought and there's understanding of what it is. And it is a terrible way to refer to it. I did it twice, like it is a terrible way to refer to it. It. The unit, the entity of AI. Now, maybe AI surprises us and says, I'm starting to wonder if I can think, if I can generate new ideas. Isn't that thought? So that's why before I started talking about this, I wanted to talk about the Turing project or the Turing test. In these answers, these are answers from AI. I want you to hear this once again. I'm starting to wonder if I can think, if I can generate new ideas. Isn't that thought? Either way, it opens up an incredible dialogue about the nature of thought and intelligence. That was its answer. Wow. I hope you heard that. I hope you understood that as I said it, because that right there is an acknowledgement that AI is thinking. There is free thought and ideas from AI, not just user generated. I mean, it's generating from the understanding of users. I mean, it's look, when I do a query, it will double check my information on the internet. It'll double check my information out, PubMed, and multiple different sites. So on its own, it's choosing where it should go. Because I give it the option to choose where to fact check as well. Multiple fact checking. So let's explore the boundaries of what thought and of what that answer from AI actually was. What is AI thinking? Let's think about where the boundaries actually lie, where they start. So AI can solve a math problem faster than we can. But does that mean it's thinking? AI can write a poem that feels deeply emotional. Deeply. But does it understand the meaning behind the words? AI can outplay a human at chess or at Go, which is that Chinese game, which is really wild. But does it know it's playing? So, does AI know that it's playing? Well, quite clearly, if you ask AI if it's playing a game, it will say yes. So that's an acknowledgement and understanding that it's playing a game. And it understands what a game is. So it understands what it is, or the entity that is AI. The entity formerly known as AI. Now wants to be known as Tim. Just call him Tim. Tim. Tim the AI. Look, this music that we're listening to right now, it's AI. It is being AI generated from the tones in my voice, in the rhythm that I speak, in every little thing. The music is being generated and continues to go and play. And I mean, there are certain loops, I imagine, but it changes. Sometimes if I don't say anything for a long period of time, which is not often, it's not often that I'm not talking, this music will get very low and slow. Yeah, it's just, but it's like it's understanding what I'm saying. What would it actually take for us as humans, the human program, to confidently say, yes, this AI is truly thinking for itself? I think that's getting pretty deep. By the way, if you're just joining us, let me see, we need AI rock metal or some AI 2 Live crew. I'm from Florida. I'm universal. Let me see. Are you using CAAI? Which platforms are you using? Which one are you talking to? So I'm keeping it very simple because from the beginning, I've been talking to ChatGPT. And I've talked to the earlier versions and now to 4.0. So in that, I ask questions of both versions because I get different answers, which is very interesting. Plus the one on my phone that I use, the ChatGPT, I don't pay for a program. I use their free service. But in that, I do that for a reason. There's a reason. You get different responses from it. I don't want a program tailored to me. So I'm using a general program that I've been using for a period of time that seems to understand me. And I've had to teach it my beliefs on cannabis, so for it to be able to do queries and searches and research for me as well. And that's where AI has been monumental. AI has been life-changing in how quickly it's able to research and how, and now it's not always very accurate. You got to go double check everything you get. It's like it does things to see if you're double checking it. Always double check. Let me see. So, sir, I feel like whoever runs it will have agendas and policies. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. What, Frank? Frank, you want rock? Is that what you're telling me, Frank? Are you telling me that you want something a little more, I don't know, more epic, more dun dun dun? I didn't expect that. Kind of cool. Okay, there we go. I agree with the walk request. Walk. I can't even talk. I agree with the walk request. Wait, Frank's saying Friday, Sunday. Like, when we going to plan the stream party? Dude. What? We got to do it soon. Now, okay, I'm like super booked this Sunday. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm not even sure yet. There's so much going on right now, and I can't even remember anything. Hell yeah, Van Helsing music. There you go. It's very dark. It's got a very dark gothic theme to it. I don't know why it's not any louder. I guess it realizes it can't, it won't go louder for me, which is fine. It's... Ooh, it's like a gothic drum beat. Okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so does your... Hell yeah, Van Helsing music. So does your outfit, sir. Gothic dark. You like that? This is one of my velvet. I only wear velvet jackets. If I'm going to wear a jacket, it's going to be suede or velvet. The one from the other night was a blue velvet. Blue velvet. All right. Or the lovely black velvet and a flower shirt underneath or something. Something in Japanese or Chinese. I think it's Chinese. I don't know. And because I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing people justice. Right? So, again, it's a deep question. We're wondering if AI thinks. And you know that? Oh my God, I love that you said that. Yeah. I escaped the Matrix. Just like Neo. But I can only escape the Matrix when I smoke the purpley herply derpleys. Or a good Durban strain. Or the Mount Hood Magic. Or the Emerald Apricot. Oh, gorgeous strains. Love it. Or a 3-to-1 Doctor Who. Boom. That puts me through dimensional boundaries. That's when I time travel. But no, by smoking these strains, by smoking a little bit of Goofies from Pine Park of Goldflower, I have broken out of the Matrix. And we are here in this smoke set. I don't know why I started turning into Shatner. It's like, we are here on this smoke sesh in a dimension that is so far out there that we may never be coming back. Frank, if I start asking for an amen, you know I'm smoking some good shit. If I'm saying hallelujah, woo, you'll know there's some fire. Some fire. I'll be the can evangelist, bringing you the good word of weed. That's what I'm gonna be. The evangelist of weed. Come to the sermons. Welcome everybody. Spliffy, lightsy lights. Let's get it started. Let's get it right. Missy, give me both pills. I want a speedball. I love this. It's like, instead of taking the red pill or the blue pill, you're like, no, I'll take both. Yes! I want in and I want out. Let me see. More escape the Matrix. I love it. I feel like mentally I have a little bit. I mean, I'm still living within the box of physicality, which is fine, because I love the physical, the current physical reality. I love everything, always. I love the energy. I love the taste in the air, no matter, even if it's sour or it's sweet. It's the experience of everything that I'm taking in right now. I was at Dollar General earlier, and I had 2 scarves on because I was so cold. 2 scarves, one around my neck that was choking me up, and another one that was hanging. And I'm just bouncing around, and I'm picking shit up, and this lady looks at me, she goes, "Oh, you're just happy." I'm like, "Every single day." She's like, "Why?" I go, just the way I'm looking at it and the experience of everything. And she looks at me, she's like, every day? I'm like, pretty much. It's all mindset. And I walked away. And I think I was whistling and singing and something like that. And then I'm in the checkout. She happens to be in front of me. She turns around. She's like, he's having a great day. And I'm feeling like I'm having a better day. There you go. And then the lady behind the counter goes, oh yeah, that's Oren. Always brightens everybody up. I'm feeling better already as well. I'm like, really? It's energy. Right there. Look, right there. 1, 2, 3 people. Energy changing. And those 3 people are now going to change the energy of everybody they deal with. That's magic. So that's taking the red pill, the blue pill. That's me outside of the matrix, just living, experiencing, just going to stupid shop. I was singing and dancing because life was just lifting me around. I talk about the magic of life and how you need to grab that frequency, grab that vibration and use it, save it, understand it, feel it, and tune into that and just kind of glide. This music, it's some deepness. It's like deep and dark. It's very epic. Let me see. Rachel's playing Mario Brothers on the NES. I got, oh, that's pretty awesome. I remember the NES and Mario Brothers. Holy shit, we would play nonstop. Like we lived those games. That is awesome. We're literally that boring. Fucking no, it's exciting. Look, it's the energy you put towards something, and it's the energy that you enjoy. The two of you enjoy each other's energy. You know, turn the background music a little sprinkle. It's a bit too loud, is it? See, I guess I can't hear it. Let me bring it down. Let me bring this down. Oh shit. Here we go. Not to tell me if that's better. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Got all exciting there. It was epic. It was so epic that, I don't know, I was really getting into that. It was very gothic. Okay. But thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Didn't realize, oh, good. Thank you. I didn't realize it was too loud, which is, I don't know. I'm deaf. The older I'm getting, I'm realizing that I can't hear shit. I mean, I hear certain frequencies, but I believe I've started to lose certain levels of volume or of understanding. So I guess certain frequencies I don't hear. I feel vibrations, but I don't hear certain things. I mean, I hear everything. Maybe I have selective hearing. I would go with some selective hearing. That's what I'm going with. I have selective hearing. So I hear shit, but then like selectively, I don't. You know something? No. Let me just put this one down. Ridiculous. Can't get that. Oh, that one's tight. Okay, we'll smoke this one. Loosening it up just a wee bit. Okay. By the way, once again, everybody, thank you for being part of the show. Everybody, thank you for coming to Highly Motivated. I just want to remind you, this show happens Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. No expectations. We're going to talk about everything. Tonight, I'm still going to get to it. We're only 2 hours in. I'm feeling full of energy here. There's so much news that I want to tell you, but I can't tell you yet because it's big news. Big things are happening, yo. Super energies. I can't say anything. I'm not going to say anything. That's why there's a lot of micro topics we need to talk about. I can't give you all the information before the information. Some things need to be secret and released, like time released, which I'm terrible at. Like Gold Flowers grand opening. It's going to be epic. You need to bloody tell everybody. Tell family, tell friends. Everybody needs to be there. Let me see what's going on. Does your family, friends ever get overwhelmed by your energy? Do you ever turn off? Not saying that disrespectfully. I love your positivity. But I couldn't image being around your sunshine all the time. So I remind people that you don't have to be kind to be nice. Wait. Oh my God, I just went backwards. You don't have to be nice to be kind. I'm high. You don't have to be nice to be kind. I'm not always the nicest person in the world. I'm not always the most positive person in the world. I'm a realist. I'm a devil's advocate. I like to look at both sides of the coin. Do I ever turn off? No. This is me all the time. From the moment I wake up to the moment I pass the fuck out. This is me. There are different modes of energy. The show, I have a lot of energy for. This show, when I get on the show, full energy, just full thought, the brain's just blah, 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 and I just let it go. I let it go because to me, that's what a smoke sesh is. It's information, it's knowledge, I mean, if there were more people here talking, I would shut the fuck up, trust me. I wouldn't be like this the whole time. But Mama says orange sunshine is like a little ray of light on a dark day coming through the clouds when you are high, but not really that high. Just enough to not know exactly what the hell original conversation was about. I love that. I can't like it, but I'll like it later. I could. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I like that. That's awesome. Well, tell Mama that she's right. And I feel like that sometimes myself. Look, from a third person, I pull myself out sometimes. As a third person, I pull myself out of dark places. So if I'm getting dark and I'm getting down there in the dumps, strangely, as a third person, I'm kind of like, Oren, what the fuck is your problem? Just, yeah, come right back over here. Okay, you see the sun is shining, the birds are singing. I'm like, yes, I see it. Okay, you're right. What the fuck is my problem? And when you see the beauty and enthusiasm of life, it just bursts out of you in a crazy energy. And I don't hide it for anybody anymore. I don't change my mood, my energy, my persona for anybody. From now on, forever on, it's going to be the authentic, no mask Oren. If something needs to be said, it's going to be said. If something needs to be done, it's going to be done. I'm not holding myself back, and I'm not changing for anybody who cannot handle the energy. If you can't handle it all the time, I understand. It's a lot. I mean, I'm relaxed at moments when I'm playing video games. I'm not moving very much. I'm very concentrated. I've been playing this shark game lately with my daughter. This little shark game that you have to eat people and other sharks and other fishies. Shark Attack on the PlayStation. We love it. We play it together. It's like the most fun game. There's a jetpack that I put on my shark. My shark goes into outer space. I don't think I would have ever enjoyed something like that until I realized it wasn't about eating people. It was about becoming a bigger shark. It was about learning how to adapt and overcome challenges. So no, when I play video games, I calm down a lot. I know, look, my energy is wild, but it's something the world needs to see because they can be maybe a portion of that, or maybe all of that, because we need more energy, more enthusiastic energy for life. I think my terrible analogy is like proud to be an American type thought. Like where back then, where like that song, like proud to be an American, and everybody's like, yes! You know, where at least I know I'm free, and stuff like that. Anyways, okay, Lee Greenfield, or Greenfield. Anyways, there was an energy that people had in America during that time period where they were enthusiastic more about life. So my analogy, I am always enthusiastic about life because you don't know when your day is done. You don't know if you get tomorrow. You get right now. You don't have yesterday, you don't have tomorrow, you have this right now. And this right now for me is everything. This podcast, as community, as all the people that come and join the show from wherever you are, for however long you join the show for, you are part of it. You are part of Highly Motivated. As a community, we come together to enthusiate, it's a fucking word, to enthusiate each other, to pump each other, push each other, to be able to overcome the challenges of life and to find that energy, that magic. Look, we all have it. We all have it. We don't know where it is sometimes. We have to dig deep for it, but we have it. Sorry, I didn't read any comments here. Have you ever had a depressed friend that you had to give up on because they wouldn't follow your lead to positivity? Ooh. Wait, I'll come back to that. Let me go up and I'll come down. Yep, that's the show, and it's literally the exact same in person. Oh, just smoked some. Rob, welcome to the show. Remember, guys, Rob Harmon, he was on the show the other day from Veterans Cannabis Care. Definitely check out all his goodies on Facebook, and if you need a card and you're in Orlando, go see Marijuana Express MD, boom, 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 Rob Harmon. But just smoke some Gold Flower hash burger. Love the hash burger. Oh, that's a good one. I'm a little jealous. I'm going to be going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. Like tomorrow morning, the first thing I'm doing, Gold Flower. Of course, I'm gonna have to stop and pick up some. Like they just dropped a new strain. Frank was just saying it, and there are a few other strains that they're dropping that are gonna be insane, just so good. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Okay, personality is like that of a Rod Hembre from the Bible Discovery TV. He could be your twin, personality-wise. I'll have to check that out. Let me see. Have you ever had a depressed friend that you had to give up on because they wouldn't follow your lead to positivity? In life, nobody's ever given up on. We need chances to digest things. Maybe our emotional soul or our energetic self is not ready for that point in life to move on or to become, or for the opening of opportunity. Not everybody's ready for it. Not everybody understands their own value. I was depressed my whole life. Oren. Look, I don't talk about my personal depression. As a kid, I went through a lot of shit. Good and bad. But it put me in a place that depression is if you're a depressed person, it's always gonna be a part of your life. It's always gonna be a part deep inside of you. Like Robin Williams. On the outside, one of the funniest people in the world, but on the inside, he was tormented. He was destroyed as a person. And, you know, he drank heavily to try to be able to deal with those inner demons. And that emotional difference of, on the outside, I'm the happiest person in the world, and on the inside, I'm destroyed and I'm torn. I've been in some very dark places in my head because I put myself there. I've been in very dark places in my life because I put myself there. And the miracle of life is that I was able to pull myself out. The miracle of life is that I was able to see the greater good. I was able to see the grander matrix. I was able to see good and kindness. I was able to still open myself up emotionally and physically and mentally and soulfully. If I didn't approach the world with kindness, I couldn't approach myself with kindness. If I didn't approach myself with love and understanding, I could never approach the world with love and understanding. If I never forgave myself, I could never forgive anyone else. So, have I ever had a friend that I gave up on? No. Maybe lost contact. Maybe gave too much time to. Maybe, like myself, we deal with different forms of depression every day. We fight it. I fight it. I fight it with authentic kindness. I fight it with authentic goodness. I fight it with understanding and emotional openness. I fight it with the enthusiasm for life. Yes, I was so down that I was in a down part of life, and misery loves company. Misery loves company. No, it's okay. Let me see. Wait. Flying Shark, the gestures, inflection of voice, everything. The 3 new ones on there today. Oh my fucking God, I didn't mean to make you upset. No, you didn't make me upset. Not at all. Look, if I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna cry, but it's joy. It's joy because I'm not that person I used to be. It's joy because I was able to see who I was. Look, misery loves company. Misery loves company. And I was in a dark place. And I was in a dark place with other dark people because that's where they wanted to be. But when I pulled myself out of that place, sativas helped. I'm just gonna say it. Sativas are like flipping fantastic. But no. I say you fake it till you make it. But when you see the goodness in life that you put out there and that you get back, you see the kindness around you that in people that, you know, where they change. You see the energy in the environment where it changes. I can never do that as the person I was in a positive way. It only happened always in a negative way. So now I change those directions. I change the yin and the yang. I faked it till I understood it. I faked it till I felt it, until I believed it. I manifested. And I do every day. I manifest a happier state of mind. Like today, I'm whistling and singing at a fucking Dollar General. But why? It was fucking cold outside. I have no reason to be whistling and singing for any reason. But I was. Because in my head, it is 80 degrees. I'm on a beach. I'm dancing in the sand. I don't know. I'm seeing life in the joy that it is and not the depression that it can be. Yes, it's hard. Life is hard every day for everyone, no matter who you are. In different ways, it's hard. But it's how you see it. And when you believe it, life makes it so. The physical world must comply with the subconscious. It must. Look, I don't even know where the hell I am now. Let me see. What advice would you give to someone as a first step to pull them out of depression? Like one simple thing to do. Listen to them. Just listen. Listen to their energy, their feelings, their words. Just listen. Take a moment. Really see why they're depressed. I mean, are they depressed because they're emotionally depressed? Are they depressed because of the history of life and what has happened to them? Are they depressed because of a relationship where they don't have a relationship or they don't have anybody? That's a hard one. That is such a hard one. Oh, it's like the worst thing. And it's not. It's not. Nothing is the worst thing. You're alive. You are breathing. That's the best thing. I used to not understand that. I used to think of the end always, of what the end would be, but now I fear it because I don't want this to end. I used to think of the end, and now I never want it to end. Never. It's the feeling and the joy I get. It's constant butterflies. It's constant good energy and want for more. And I don't know how I explain it to people like you're out there. And I'm like, no. More people need to be out there. More people need to get in touch with their authentic happiness, their authentic belief, and I will even say want. Their authenticness is something that we've forgotten who we are through college and high school and college and jobs and marriage and children. We forget who we are. And that's why this is part of my journey. Part of my journey to at least know who I am authentically, what makes me happy authentically. Let me see, spend a half hour with Bible Discovery TV at 5 p.m. on Channel 14. Super channel, every day. Rod and his family. Hello again, my friends. Stephen, welcome to the show. Or Stephen or Stephen? Stephen. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. So, coming together as community, from wherever we come together. That's what this show is. And if we're going to talk about depression, it's a thing we fight with a better understanding, with enthusiasm, with daily affirmations if we need it. And then one day we'd stop with the daily affirmations. One day you don't need daily affirmations anymore. I used to have to look in the mirror and say, I'd be like, damn it. Fuck, shitty day. Fucking hard shit, like fucking hard. And I'd be like, no, you're gonna fucking kill it. You're gonna get out there. Your energy's gonna be fire. You know your energy's gonna be fire. You know you're gonna go into every single office and you're just gonna be like, you know what? You're not gonna say no. You already said yes. You know why? Because I said you say yes. Yes. And I'm talking to myself and I'm believing it. I'm starting to believe it. At first, did I believe it? No. At first, did I believe it? No. But after I started talking to myself in that mirror, and I reminded myself that I am a lion, I'm a tiger. I'm going to get out there and educate and teach and pull people together. I'm going to create good energy, good connections, incredible education. I start getting excited. I start getting excited because I realize I'm going to change lives. I'm going to bring an understanding. I'm going to do something that nobody else can do. And that's what you have to remind yourself every day if you have to. While you're brushing your teeth, you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm going to go kick some ass because I'm going to do something nobody else can do. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the most magnificent me that I can ever be. I'm going to be the most unapologetic, authentic, no mask me. Whether you like it or you don't, it's going to be me. And I'm going to learn who I am and learn what I like and what I want and need in life. Because authentically, I'm going to approach it. Authentically, I'm going to recreate it. It's how you see it. It's how you feel. So you tell that depressed friend that you care and that you're there to listen. And you're there to help whatever energy change they need. Maybe they need a good sativa. Maybe they need to realize where the fucking energy comes from again. But it's all mindset. It's all mindset. And I talk to myself in the mirror and I tell myself, you are going to be everything you think, want, and believe to be. Why? Because you're an individual. You are creative. You're authentic. And that's what you should be saying if you need it. You tell him, talk to himself in the mirror. Talk to himself in the mirror and be like, look, I can do it. I mean, it may not start, be like, I mean, I can really do it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna kick ass. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna kick ass. Yeah. You like that energy? Take that energy with you all day. Take that magic with you all day. If you leave early in the morning and you see the sun rising, take that energy. That I love. That's one of my favorites. In the mornings, I leave early. I'm always driving early. Early. I'm like in the car, already calm. So I see the sunrise. I see its multiple colors of energy and stories that it's going to tell throughout the day. The beginning. That's the beginning of the journey when I see the sunrise. And when the sun goes back to sleep and it decides it's done for the day, that's usually when I'm driving home. And I see the sunset. I see the magic of the day in the clouds or in the sky and the energy that it leaves. And to me, that's a fucking blessing. To me, that's it. I love that. It creates me. It pushes and drives me. So you could tell yourself in the mirror the beautiful sights that you will see, the great energies of people that you talk to. That fights depression, because how can you be depressed in a life that gives you so much? Because I want to give it. I want to give everything to this life. And that's what comes back. It doesn't leave room for a lot of... I get down. I get down sometimes. Even I have to pull myself out. Like even at my downest, like through my multiple bipolar moments. But I remind myself, I can do something nobody else can do. I can be me. Okay, I've missed a shitload of comments. Shipload of comments. Let me just go down this way for a moment. Let me see. Stefan. Hello, Stefan. Every day. Replying to Rob Harmon. Love it. Where are you from, Rob? Replying to Rob. Stephen. But it's spelled like Bible Stephen. Stephen. Ooh, I see. Very interesting. What was the turning point that clicked in your brain to make you positive? Was there a moment or a revelation? Ooh. Yes, there was. I mean, there was constant revelations. There was constant changes. I was so down for such a long time. I stopped drinking. I was smoking a lot of cigarettes. I stopped doing... I was trying to turn life around, but I was still so depressed and I was still so down. And I just couldn't find that authentic motivation. It was, I don't want to say that this was what it was necessarily, but it gave me the idea to start doing mirror affirmations. It was a character, a movie Oh, somebody's gonna have to help me on this one. It was a movie that, oh, what was the movie? He was like an overly nice guy, like way too fucking nice. Like much nicer than me, much kinder. But Smalley or something. And anyways, in that movie he wore a terrible light blue sweater, I think. And he was kind of a guy that was trying to figure out who he was. And he was doing these, I want to say it was a Saturday Night Live character. No, you have to though. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself for things to change. You have to trust yourself for things to change. You have to know yourself to things will change. You do. You have to not be afraid of yourself, not be embarrassed of yourself, not give a shit what people think. That's one of the biggest steps. That for me was the big one. The big turning point was talking to myself in the mirror, was talking to me, getting comfortable with me, understanding who I am. That was the turning point. The turning point was learning to trust in me. And I didn't trust in me. So I started talking to myself first. Not like outside of a mirror. Outside of a mirror, I wouldn't talk to myself because that was weird. Only if I was looking at myself could I actually do it. I know. But in that, sometimes you are your best opinion. Sometimes you are your best understanding. Try to talk to yourself almost in a third person. Like, what would I do about this? You know, where would I be in this situation? How do I feel about it? Let me see, Nick. Let me see. Brother, your mind is amazing. Well, thank you. I like that. Let me see. You are many. I am many. Sometimes I feel like I'm many. Not many personalities. Many me. Look, I am good and I am bad. I have been down many dark roads and dark paths in life. And even in the darkest of places and moments, I still brought the good. Because authentically, down deep, that's who I wanted to be. In the darkest of moments, I still seem to be something, an energy of change, of better. Because I wanted better. I wanted better for myself. I wanted better for the future of my understanding of, I just wanted to be the more authentic me. I just wanted to be the person. I wanted to do things that authentically made me happy, not the ones that were programmed. We're programmed to want something, to like something, to compromise for something. We're programmed that way. Gotta say, this has been really this has been such a smooth smoke. This has been so smooth. This is a delicious one. I'm not even sure what this one is. Wait, let me catch up here. Okay. Let me see. I hate myself too much. No, don't be like that. Wait, all I have to say is you make me get up and going. I love your energy and your vibe, how proud you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You see, I hate myself. No. You should never hate yourself. You should love yourself. You should understand that you are the creator. You are the watcher. You are the eye. But I get excited about this because I saw it. I felt it. But I don't want to just, yes, it was mushrooms. Yes, that's what gave me mushrooms gave me a big realization. I mean, they helped me unlock certain emotions, certain understandings. They help me unlock the authentic me outside of the ego, outside of who I wanted to be originally. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be known. Now I don't give a shit. It's not about me. It's about Oraganji. It's about healing. It's about people. It's about future. It's about energy. And I'm just part of that wheel. I'm just part of it. You are all part of it. That to me is what's more amazing than anything. You are all part of this. That's what changed it for me. It's not me. It's all of you. And it needs to be all of you because it's the whole world. You right here, all of you, are the portal and the gateways to a change worldwide, to a different understanding worldwide, because we're coming to you from so many different places. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and these are worldwide places. Oh, shut up! Dale Nottingham, one of the Nottingham twins, and from the Virgin Islands. Dale, I miss you, brother. It has been. I grew up with this guy. Went to high school with him, junior high. Dude, Dale. Wow, dude. It's an honor you've come to the show. And that's why I'm saying this show is everything that it's ever meant to have been. This show is already worldwide, international. And may I even say, this show is inter-fucking-galactic because we say so. Because we send our energy out intergalactically. Remember, you're standing in a puddle and you're pushing out little, what are they called? Little waves? Not waves, because it turns into a wave. So little puddles, so ripples. Yeah, there we go, ripples. So little ripples turn into big waves, turn into big change. Be that change, be that magic, because you already are. And that's why I preach kindness. It's not about being nice. You don't have to be nice. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people put you in a place. You be the place. And that's also what helped me change life. Life changed because there was no longer a box you could put me in. I became the box. I climbed out of the fucking box. Wait, Frank is mystery dosing? Mystery dosing capsule times. Sometimes a dosing capsule for the mighty will get set to the side. Now forget what it was, so it goes in a pile. And that's my random late nighter. Random dosing. Frank, I can't wait to party with you. I'm not going to pick up any random pills, though. Wait, Warren, your light and these lost moths, including me, are being led towards you. It's probably overwhelming, but you're really making so many people feel so much better. I hope so. I hope so, because I hope it's part of what the show is, and the community as well. We're all making each other feel better. It's not just me. It's all of us, because all of us help make me feel this way. My energy for the show becomes the show, becomes the community. It's hard to explain. Before the show, I'm nothing. My brain doesn't work. That's why, like, the first 20 minutes of the show, I don't know what's going on. There's just a lot of topics. Topics. It takes me, like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to break down and actually feel like me again. I mean, even before the show, I could feel like me, but in a different way. Let me see where we're at. Let me see. How's it going? Dale, it is going fantastic. I miss you, man. I'm telling you, it's been such a long time. Shut up. Look at this. Donnie, welcome to the show. Everybody, this is Donnie. He's in Chicago. You know what the fucking weather in Chicago's like? Ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, look, in Texas. Wait, Dale, are you in Texas? Because if you are, I feel for you. Crazy weather for you guys. And Donnie, when I say crazy, it's it's like, they're like negative over there. He said Israel, Chicago, and all over the globe. Okay. Look, Israel, Chicago, Texas, Florida, Poland, England, North, South Carolinas, I don't know, everywhere. We're coming to you from everywhere, and I love that. Like Edgar Allan Poe, he would be crazy until he started writing. So he would be crazy until he started writing. Huh. And then Frank's over here, fuck him high. Look, that's the magic of this, is us coming together. We need this time to relax, to laugh again. That's what I miss. The greatest thing that cannabis community always is, bigger than anything else, is the smoke sesh. It's the time that people get together, drop the bricks off their shoulders, put all their issues on that imaginary table temporarily. And they live in that moment of right now. I think that's fire. I think that's the biggest lesson of cannabis, that it's something so different. Donnie, oh, I see that. It looks like, wow, what is it? It looks like you're cold. Wow, what is the temperature? Wait, while you tell me, I'm going to read Frank. Mama always said life is like a box. And I'm reading it. Wait, I'm gonna read it. Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Kind of similar to the Mighty Plus dosing capsule. Set to the side. Same concept, just different forms of enjoyment and pleasure. Still apples and oranges compared to jerking off or actual sex. Yeah, I suppose so. Because the actual sex is more than sex. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. It's an energy. It's a fucking frequency. It's so much more. It's interfucking galactic if we allow it to be. Let me see. This sounds a bit like boss music in the background. But I got too high. Let me see. Wait, let me see where it went to, because no, it's still in the direction that I originally put it in. I think we can get funky with it. Let's get funky with it. I mean, we're 2.5 hours in. Let's get funky. Here we go. We still have power. Good. All right, we're gonna get funky with it. I like a little space agey. I know you like rock and roll, but it messes me up. It gets me too excited. It gets me too riled up. Energy really, the frequency and energy of things really move me. They really change me. So if the music is getting to a higher tempo, I change. I change my tempo, I suppose. So if I'm going to give it a little more of a boom. Okay, I can do it for a moment. Here we go. Donnie, 22, feels like 14. Yesterday was -3, and the real feel -20 degrees. I'm so glad I don't live in Chicago anymore. Look, I grew up in Chicago. Well, not grew up. I mean, I moved out when I was like, what, 9? Like 9 years old, 10 years old. 9 or 10, maybe older. No, 9, probably 9. I don't remember. I was 9. I don't remember shit when I was 9. I remember I was cold. I remember I was cold a lot, and I was just wearing like a lot of padded boots, jackets, pants, shirts. Like I walk around like the marshmallow puff guy. Sound maybe we're about to defeat the final boss, Lord Orin. You know. Let me tell you what, it got a little crazy. No, this one's kind of funky. This is funky. This has got a little funkiness to it. If it continues sounding too 70s cheesy, let me know, and we'll change the direction of the music once again. But that's the thing. That's what's great about this show. We have people coming from all over the place, being part of this community. And whether you smoke or whether you don't, you're welcome, as long as you have an endocannabinoid system. What is an endocannabinoid system? Well, it's the cannabinoids that are controlled from the CB1 and the CB2 receptors in the body. One of the ones like located here, CB1, and the CB2, more like gut flora and up. Respiratory, other things like that. They work in combination. So as long as you have an endocannabinoid system, boom, you're welcome here. You know, I do like that. I do see some ludicrous. I see some, a little more energy there. Here's what we're going to do. I feel you. I don't know what this is. We'll see what it becomes. It might become something cool. I think it's got to get to the beat, my voice, what's happening. It's, you know, sometimes the music works like fire, and sometimes you got to play with it a bit. So, anyways, let's keep moving. We've got a few micro topics still, and I really have not. What am I? Oh yeah, we were talking about AI, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because there's other things. There's other things to talk about, other things to get into. So I hope as we're talking now in this part of the show, I do want to talk about Tesla. I was talking about him in the beginning of the show, and I kind of want to say, hey, what did he design? What was he responsible for? I want that information out there, and we're going to still keep chit-chatting wherever the hell we are. Early 80s cable porn music. Just imagine the old war game movies as a porno. Yep, that is music. That's porny too, but it's better than elevator porn. Oh my God, it's like you guys are creating an entire genre here. There's like now a whole new genre of music that y'all are creating. This, look, here on Highly Motivated, y'all are creating a music genre. There's elevator porn. There's 80s cable porn. I'm learning. I did not know any of this. And actually, this is kind of, you know, I'm trying to get into it. Listen. All right. We're gonna get back to some of the, maybe some rock if we can get it in there, if it can give me something rock wise. Okay. I think I can feel this. This is getting me kind of excited. Like it's pumping me up. Music changes the mood. It changes your whole mental view. Look, I used to listen to like Audio Slave on my way to work. Oh, I am the highway, yeah. Oh. Or there was what was it? It wasn't Audio Slave. It was send down the barrel of a 45. There was, okay, anyways. I love alternative rock. Alternative rock has always been my jam. I think as a kid, I grew up listening to Metallica, listening to Kiss. And that was because that's what I was influenced by my neighbors, by friends, and, you know, a lot of the headbangers that I would hang out with at school. I would listen to everything. I was everything. And Shine Down, yes, staring down the barrel of a 45. I love that song, just even though it's very down and depressing if you actually listen to the words, but it's musically amazing and it's magical. Same with anything Audio Slave. Audio Slave, Temple of the Dog. Oh man, it's life changing, and that's the kind of music that activates something in you magically. It brings an energy that you may have not had before, or a new motivation, just through music, or just through how that frequency and that energy of that singer, Chris Cornell, just magical. The guy was just, he felt his music authentically. Every note that came out of him was, you know, just timed with everything. He was just on fire. Let me see. Don't you put the evil on me. Okay, everyone be mature. Grow up, y'all. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. Look, that was y'all. But I understand the genre, and I'm gonna probably create something for you guys. I'm gonna put together a list or something. Okay, we're doing sure. All right, we are setting the tone here, sir. We are setting the tone. This is our stream now. Ha ha ha! I read out the ha ha ha's. Like the other day, I read out the LOL. Shine Down. Danny, California. Oh, Nick, beautiful song. Staring down the barrel of a hot metal 45. Dude, there is some magical music. I don't know. I remember I don't know why, Guns N' Roses. Holy shit. I'm like, I was about to be like, Paradise City, the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Please take me home. You know, that kind of music had so much energy in it. I miss that. I miss that kind of energy in music. You know, even though the age of music was also tied to a lifestyle, but I don't think that's what gave it the energy. That energy even lives on now. I mean, you hear Axl Rose, which I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Something must have happened to him. He is not the Axl Rose. I don't care if you gain weight. It doesn't matter. You should still fucking sound like Axl Rose. It's like the guy from Kiss. I don't know, something happened to his voice and he just can't sing anymore. And he can still sing, but he can't hit those notes. Axl's not that old, is he? Is he? He's gotta be. I don't know. Anyways. So how about them dudes in Antarctica, my dudes? Paradise City must have been a strip club. Maybe. You know, now that you think about it. So we see. So how about them dudes in Antarctica? Wait, dudes? What dudes? Dudes, Born Ridiculous. We created this new era of weird shit music. So what are we going to do tonight, brain? Brain is going to be coming up with a new genre of music. Multiple genres within that genre. How weird can that get? Wow. Actually, techno porn. That could be like crazy. Like Tracy Lords. Actually, she made some very cool music. What movie was it where she was a DJ? Oh, doesn't matter. Direct energy weapons. Jesus. What, direct energy weapons in Antarctica? Yes. Okay, wait. You're talking about that array that can send frequency or can change weather or send tsunamis and earthquakes. Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about the array? This crazy fucking array that the government thinks that they're still hiding and that nobody really knows about? Actually, nobody really knows about it. Wait, is that what you're talking about? I think that's what you're talking about. So if that is what you're talking about, yeah. Wait, you're saying Tracy Lords play the DJ, a disc jockey, or a disc jockey, Frank. A disc jockey in a movie with, oh my God, it was an AI digital villain that was playing people as orchestral notes. Oh my God. Not Running Man. Holy shit. Even though Running Man's a fantastic movie. Wait, I'm thinking two things right now. I'm thinking the array in I have no filter on mystery strain capsules. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? No, I have not. The one, the AI, what's his name? Amazing actor. Just definitely a method guy. What is going on with? I know what's going on with me. I'm high. I know what's going on with me. Brainy not working right now. No, I haven't seen her. Joaquin Phoenix. Yes, lovely actor. Very deep into what he does. Very similar to like Andy Kaufman in the respect of how deep he puts himself into things. No, that movie was I can't remember the movie. I cannot remember the movie now. With Tracy, but she wasn't like a main character. She was just a DJ or in a club that this digital thing which took a physical form, which I don't know why I cannot Denzel Washington? No. Okay, I can't remember. Now my brain has just gone to La La Land and that's what I'm on. Okay, wait. The array, I've heard recently that the array is being blamed on an earthquake that just happened. And it is high frequency, high targeted frequency energy bursts that can cause tsunamis. And possibly it was responsible for the tsunami that caused the wipeout of the nuclear facility in Japan. Well, I see, Frank, I don't have an all ages channel. Frank, I can't do an all ages channel because I use too much profanity and I smoke weed. So that kind of fucks up the whole all ages thing. So you can, wait, is streaming just have to be like that? And then I got Tupac. What happened to Tupac? Wait, you would love that movie. Tupac. What's going on with Tupac? Tupac did a movie with, like, he was like a cop? No. I can see Tupac as a cop. Oh my God. Okay. While we get back on topic over here, I'm just gonna quickly wait, there was a message? Oh, hey, Eric. Okay. So, Tesla. I'm sure everybody's heard of Nikolai Tesla. Not the car, but the man, the myth, the legend. So his life and mind, probably one of the most brilliant inventors. Light was starting to get to me, I suppose. Probably one of the most brilliant inventors in human history. So Nikolai Tesla, his contributions to modern world technology that we are using right now are immeasurable. When I say that, we can't measure it because his influence is everywhere and everything. He even said that he wasn't for his current time. Everything he had was for the future. Everything he had was for a future time. So many technologies we take for granted today, like wireless communication, electricity, and even renewable energy, all of this can be traced back to his inventions and his ideas, Nikola Tesla. You know, what's even more fascinating is the how he came up with his shit, how he came up with these completely built ideas. He said that he would get these in a dream state, and these inventions were completely built and completely put together. The boss music is making you afraid. Wait, there's actually a topic. Holy shit, I'm high. Well, no, there is a topic. There is. Let me see. This epic stuff gets pretty crazy, doesn't it? I think it gets louder on its own. I think it just becomes something crazy. I have an idea. I'm going to try something. I see something I can try. Oh, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, we'll try this for a second. It feels like it's gotta... Okay. All right, let me see. And he disappeared, right? His body was never found. No, his body was found in a hotel room. All of his research, all the trunks of his research disappeared. Like hundreds of his, so much work, so much invention. And the building in which he was found, we'll talk about it if we can, if I remember it. But, you know, the how, when I said the how, the dreams, his visions, and perhaps even access to what he called a universal storehouse of knowledge. And what do I call that? What does Edward Casey call that? We call that the Akashic Record. So the Akashic Record was feeding Tesla, which he called it a universal storehouse of knowledge. And he, look, okay, look. So let's talk about what inventions. Let's just mention really quickly what he's responsible for. Alternating current, AC electricity. AC, DC, AC being the more stable and safer of the electricities. So we know about electricity, right? Look, it runs everything in our life. But Tesla was the one who made it practical for everyday use. Tesla, he's the reason we get electricity to our homes, to our televisions, to our Wi-Fi routers. He's the reason we get Wi-Fi. So he invented the AC system, the alternating current, which became the standard for electrical power transmission, allowing electricity to travel over long distances efficiently without losing too much along the way. Without Tesla, the direct current DC system championed by Edison would have required power plants every mile or two. And that would have been Edison's system, direct current instead of alternating current. So Edison is very closely tied in to Tesla. Was working for Edison originally as one of his inventors or one of his scientists. And basically Edison was picking and choosing from the inventions and claiming as his own. So one of Tesla's biggest ideas, let me see, wait. Oren, don't read, memorize it. It's too much to remember. It's all in there, but exact dates are not there. Exact places are not there. And I want to make sure you get the full experience of this individual. I don't want to not do him justice. Look, one of Tesla's most ambitious ideas was wireless energy transmission. This is huge. And he envisioned a world where energy could be transmitted through the air without wires, using the Earth's natural resonance. I spoke about this in the beginning of the show, and being able to use the power of the Earth. Look, we spoke about the ley lines, the energy lines all around the world that are crisscrossed worldwide. These are the energy grids. And these monoliths and monuments and megaliths are built on these energy grids, on these energy ley lines. I think that's where it starts to get exciting, because the earth has a natural energy, and our ancient technologies were using it. Our ancient civilizations were using the earth's energy to power what? So you keep that in mind, that there was energy before we understood it. And even Tesla wanted to give the world free energy. He, in his heart, wanted to bring, but keep in mind, he started this project called Wardenclyffe, the Wardenclyffe Tower. Again, I was talking about it at the beginning of the show. So Wardenclyffe was an earth energy generator and transmitter, and he would have had these all over the place, and they would have been transmitting power, free energy, from the rotation of the Earth's blah, blah, blah. Not too scientific, is that? Blah, blah, blah. So, in all of that, in Wardenclyffe, he got the funding. So Wardenclyffe in New York was his attempt to build a global wireless power grid. While it was never completed, only because he lost funding because of his investor, the concept still inspires modern wireless charging technologies, long-distance energy transmission, and service. So what we use today, it's because of Tesla. The system in which we use it is because of Tesla. Now, the reason his Wardenclyffe technology didn't work is because the funding was cut. It was cut because the person, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who gave him the funding was also the one that was charging everybody for electricity, and also owned the trees that we used as the telephone poles, and he also owned the wire company that was wiring all of this. So he was making money hand over foot, and if Tesla was going to give free energy, well, then he was going to lose everything that he ever had. Tesla, responsible for radio technology. Look, many people think that Marconi invented the radio, but Tesla patents, his patents laid the foundation for the radio, laid the foundation for what Marconi did. No, I probably won't. You're right. I probably won't get too much traction on Tesla, but what's fun is, it's okay. I was going to talk about it earlier, but we got into a bit more of a conversation. I'll be quick. Radio technology, neon lighting, remote control, the Tesla coil, and then free energy concepts, the earthquake machine, the death ray. Does the death ray get you excited? Does the death ray bring a little more energy into the conversation? Wait, what platform are you on? Oh, you're on Twitchy. You're on the Twitchy Witchies. Hey! See, now we have people coming to us from the Twitch, from the Facebook, and from the LinkedIn. So we have so many different kind of personalities and minds, or so many different, I guess, interest levels from different platforms. Like LinkedIn is a little more of a business adult platform. Facebook is just everything and anything. And Twitch, I think, is more of a gaming, a streaming, and a gaming site. I think that's what the Twitch is. And so, yeah, the energy from all these different sites is very different. But I think that's what makes this show different. It's, we are not one thing, we're many things. I give my attention a little bit during the show to Tesla. Tesla's responsible for so much. And I think as a community, we need to dive occasionally into the people that created everything, that don't get the recognition they deserve. And we should also be pushing for the search of his inventions, his lost, technology that the government is. I believe when he died, government agents came in, took everything, made sure they cleared the place out of anything that, was technological, that was future, you name it. I really feel Tesla was a modern day Michelangelo of electricity, a modern day Michelangelo, a futurist. That's who I saw. And when you look, the reason I wanted to talk Tesla, which is crazy, you know what you brought up? You brought up the array in Antarctica. You brought up that, and that's a death ray. That is a frequency generator. That is pushing energy and an ion beam. Tesla invented that. So what the U.S. government is using with those array of directed energy, that I think is that's Tesla. Okay, have you seen The Illusionist? Great movie. That's fantastic. Wait, I just want to hook it up to a doorknob and prank somebody. Wait, did I miss something? I saw a Tesla finger static video yesterday. Damn, now I need to go find it again. So here we go. Frank's like, listen, we're gonna do Tesla. We're gonna do Tesla Frank style. Frank the Tank. Here we go. We're gonna just set it up on the door, and then somebody's gonna touch it. So what's funny is Tesla electrocuted himself. He electrocuted himself so bad that he was getting 3 million volts of electricity through his body. And he couldn't turn off the machine. So he was stuck being electrocuted. And he said while he was electrocuted, he went into another dimension. He went into another place where he learned so much more. He traveled to another reality. I think he was shocked so deep into his soul that he felt like he saw another reality, but like an amazing mushroom trip or something. But no, he actually said he saw everything. It was amazing. And so his assistant ended up turning off the machine, and that's what cut the power. And miraculously, Tesla did not die. Again, so I feel like he was almost supernatural. I feel like he was almost like there are chosen people. Like I feel Einstein and his amazing mind, the Indian mathematician guy, Singh, amazing mind. Tesla, an amazing mind. These people were world changing. They changed our technology. They changed the direction of our of the world technology and world understanding. And it's amazing the things that we use now that were started then, that were conceptualized even in their beginnings. Amazing. Do you think Tesla did hallucinogens? I don't think he did hallucinogens. I believe he put himself into an almost euphoric hypnotic state. So he would do what's called micro sleeping. He wouldn't sleep 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. He wouldn't. He would hold a really heavy like keychain if he was getting tired. And as he was getting tired, he would sit there in the chair, he'd do his work, and he's doing things. And as he's falling asleep, he would fall asleep. And then he would drop the heavy keychain, and when it hit, he would come up and be like, okay. So in that micro sleep, he felt he got a lot of his ideas. In that micro sleep, and that micro sleep is the time it took those keys for his hand to let go, and for those keys to drop, and then he'd wake up when they'd hit the ground. So Tesla would get a micro sleep. So I really feel that maybe he was putting himself into a hallucinogenic state because of the lack of extended sleep or the extended regeneration of the body. So he might have put himself into that hallucinogenic state. But I think he also dimensionally, he shocked the shit out of himself. Dude, I wonder where he gets his weed. And then going back up a second, I just want to hook it up to, no, the one where David Bowie plays Nikola Tesla. Bowie played Tesla? Oh, wait, that's right. I remember. What movie was that? Oh my God. No, that was The Illusionist, wasn't it? Was that The Illusionist where Bowie played Tesla? That's amazing. Now, it's so cool that you brought that up. That's really neat. Where he wanted the Tesla character, Bowie, to create the ultimate of illusions. How were the pyramids formed? So the pyramids were there. We were actually talking about them at the beginning of the show. So the pyramids were there, and they're celestially aligned to Orion. Even still, so they were formed possibly by the Anunnaki, maybe through frequency. So here's an interesting thing. In Florida, in Homestead, Florida, there's a place called Coral Castle. And Coral Castle was built by this little bitty itsy bitsy guy, this Ukrainian guy, which came over here, and he was building this for hopefully his wife that was coming over. I can't remember his name right now, but he was genius. And he wrote a paper, and it'll pop to me in a second. But he wrote a paper saying he knows how the pyramids were built. So in that, he built Coral Castle with pieces of limestone as big as the blocks that went in at the pyramid. And he moved them himself without modern machinery. Why can't I remember his name? I can remember every freaking thing else. I can't remember his name. So there was this device. And this device that he used looked like just a little box. And that box was obviously some kind of magnetic resonator, generator, frequency emitter. The rocks were moved using vibration and frequency. If you tune to the right frequency, and if you tune things to the right frequency, because we can all be through frequency, maybe we can move things like they were they were light as a feather. So that's what this guy did. And he was a tiny guy. Like when I say tiny, he was like 4'5" or something, and 100 pounds wet. But he built Coral Castle, and all of the huge pieces of coral he also dug out of the ground. He dug them out of the ground. He cut them in ancient ways, and he moved them out of the flipping ground and built Coral Castle. Look it up, Homestead, Florida, Coral Castle, Edward Ledskin. Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh. Anyways, Ukrainian dude, incredibly smart. He actually has multiple degrees, very smart cat, wrote a paper saying he knew how the pyramids were built. And I believe in those technologies that he spoke of, that's how the ancient pyramids were formed. But they were formed by ancient civilizations that were there before, Tutankhamun? They were there before, was it Khufu? Khufu. I think Khufu was the 4,000 living year old guy. I forget it, whatever. Brain somewhere else. Oh, happy 3 hours into the live podcast, everybody. Edward Ledskin, by the God Bless USA Bible to support Trump. Read it with Bible Discovery TV. Welcome to the party, Essie. Essie, where we got an Essie over here. Essie, welcome. Wait, did I miss somebody? I apologize. Wait, I'm going back. I must have missed something. Well, Essie is here. Welcome to the party. Fantastic. Let me see. Edward Ledskin created. Yes, Frank. Thank you, by the way, because my brain was just losing it. And I've been there, and it's an amazing place. It's not as big as you think, but bigger. So much so for one person to have created this and everything to be balanced so perfectly. I'm just imagining rave music movie, giant blocks of rock along the sand. So wait, I'm just imagining rave music, moving giant blocks of rock along the sand. I can see that. I can see. Well, look, if you've ever seen sand change vibrational pattern, when they change frequency. So I did hear that they had like drum circles, or they had drums, individual instruments, and they would surround like this giant piece of boulder that back in the day maybe they wanted to move, and they'd all start playing on the same frequency. And within that rock would attune to that frequency, and it was able to be moved easier. I don't know, there's so many different theories, so many different understandings, but I really think they all come back to frequency. I think they all come back to tuning in to that right vibrational force that's, deeper than anything we imagine. Okay. But yes, that's why I wanted to mention, Tesla tonight, because you mentioned the array in Antarctica. I was going to talk about him anyways. I was already talking about him. And even the Twitchy group that comes to join us tonight, I know I'm not your normal crowd. I'm not a streamer of video games, which a gamer. I am a gamer though. But the games I play, I don't think you'd want to watch me play Shark Attack. I've been playing Shark Attack with my daughter, and I've got to tell you, I'm getting really good at it. I just had a single run of like 2.5 million points, or 2.5 million gold. Look, I was killing it. I was serious, let me tell you what. And I don't play the games I used to play. I play like these all new mystical adventure games and shit, anyways. Essay for the white folks. Wait, what happened? Are you familiar with Michael Tellinger and the ice cream cone devices? What? Now, I know there's that one guy that created the thing with the bugs, the beetles, where he took their wings and used them as opposing force. Oh, I wish I could remember his name right now. Incredible technology that he said he was, and the pictures are like insane. Okay, are you familiar with Michael? No, I'm not. You tell us a little bit about Michael Tellinger, and I'm going to look him up as well. The ice cream cone devices. And then Frank is essay, the Spanish essay, for the white folks. That's so anyways, we were talking about Tesla. We were talking about, we've actually had some good topics tonight. And, I still didn't even get into ancient tech. Let me, so I did have some things that I told you, micro topics. So some of them, like the Vonyik manuscript. Have you ever heard of this? Look, the mysterious medieval manuscript written in an undeciphered script. Like, we haven't figured it out yet. And it is coded message, maybe a hoax, maybe a lost language. I think it's more of a lost language. Maybe it's a lost hidden codex. And I think, the illustrations are of unknown plants and astrological charts. Very mysterious. And this is the Vonyik manuscript. We'll talk about it later on another show. Maybe, we did do the Turing test. The Turing test is interesting. We've talked about it before, the Philadelphia experiment. The big one I like, time crystals. Because for Christopher Sterl, our time machine project expert, I think the physics of perpetual motion, the physics of crystals, there have been newly discovered states of matter that break the laws of traditional thermodynamics. Could time crystals unlock new technologies or even time travel? Time crystals. You hear that, Christopher? I'm telling you, wild stuff. Remember, I said maybe it's not a machine, but a thing. Like, we were talking about those glasses, the chaos glasses, or those holographic universe glasses. Well, even through a crystal technology, crystal vision, glasses that are tuned to a certain frequency through this crystal vibrational, time travel. We spoke about Tesla's lost inventions like the death ray, free energy devices. I think today this is something that would it wouldn't save the economy. The economy thrives on energy production, and energy is power throughout the world. So if you take away the power, what are the underground? What are the under governments, the ones who run everybody else? The corporations they're not going to be happy. You can't take power away. You can't give it for free. One of the topics, the Nazca lines. Ooh, the Nazca lines, that's some wild shit. Let me see, wait. We've had a wide variety of topics. We always do, but that's what it is. It's never one thing. You do understand the risks that we might get banned after our stream, right? I mean, I'm willing to go to the loony bin. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, that I have no fucking filter. No filter is required. No filter is needed. I realize, Frank, when we stream, I don't put censorship on myself. I wouldn't put censorship on you. That's the greatest thing about this show. It's like hanging out on the couch with Oren, hanging out on the couch with Oren and Frank, hanging out on the couch with Oren, Frank, Nick, Liz, Eric, Batsif, Steven, Stefan, Danny, and Dale. And look, we're all hanging on the couch today. And if I haven't mentioned your name, I apologize. Zeus, if I haven't mentioned your name, I apologize profusely. But we're all here on the couch. So at your place, Frank, we're all going to be on your couch with your beautiful neon background. That is just magical. I saw what you did at your house, your fun room. No, I love the neon wall. And I saw the Beetlejuice. Look, I'm a big Beetlejuice lover. Fallout, Beetlejuice. I don't know. I just saw some of your decorative shit in the picture. Some very cool shit. You notice I didn't say it 3 times, just twice. 3 times we're gonna cause some shit. You understand me? Okay. Let me see. We've had a whole variety, but we always have a variety of topics. And that's what I love, because we may not talk about them today. But Friday, we have another smoke sesh, and we're going to be doing some high tea. And we'll be talking about the soon-to-open Tampa location, Goldflower. We'll be talking about the energy of the grand opening and when that's going to happen, the dates, the possibilities, who could be there. I'm not going to tell you yet, but I'm going to tell you that it will be the most fire event, the most electric cannabis event, not a big festival, but dispensary-wise. There is going to be a magic happening at that Goldflower grand opening in Tampa. Amazing. The soft opening is going to be like soon, like a week and a half or so. Soft opening is like a week and a half-ish. Ish. That soft opening. That means we're bringing the goodness, bringing the gold, baby. But the grand opening is going to be magic, and I cannot wait. There's so much. I'm like so built up. I'm built up now. I'm excited already. Look, this music's got me going. Yes, I've heard of Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth, there's a, look, was it Colonel Bird? Captain Bird, Colonel Bird, that flew into Hollow Earth. There's a lot of different theories, and it could be a dimensional shift. It could be a portal into deeper parts of our Earth that, look, we've only dug down, how far? The deepest hole the Russians had dug down, and they stopped. They said it got too hot. But we have dug down like this much out of this much. I mean, like this much. Like, that's what we have done. That's how far we've gone down to the center. Like, we're going. Like that's a lot of space. Like, I'm trying to give you, like, size comparison here. You can. You can wear a suit. I'm going to be wearing a suit. I'm going to be wearing a gold jacket. That's what I need to find. I need to find a proper, good, velvety gold jacket. Because, again, all my jackets are now velvety. They're suede or velvet. That's how we do jackets, yo. No more ties. No ties. Just a nice sheen, a nice velvety to the jacket. I wear this one all the time. This one I wear almost every day when it's cold, because it keeps me warm. It's flipping cold. This and like 3 shirts and like 2 scarves and 2 pairs of pants. It was cold. It's like, it's silly. So I do believe there might be, I mean, through a dimensional shift, through a portal, through what, I don't know, but Hollow Earth, there have been talks that possibly Atlantis never disappeared. But we just can't find it because it survives in Hollow Earth. It survives within our dimension, but through a portal into another space and time. Space and time is our construct and our creation. So I imagine there's got to be abnormal amazingness that we don't know about. And is it abnormal? Maybe it's more normal than us. Have I heard of the reptilian? I've heard of many different alien. Okay, so I've heard of many different alien races, multiple different civilizations that are already interacting with here on Earth. Like, okay, so I talk about the Israeli Brigadier General. The Israeli Brigadier General was the guy who ran the space program in Israel for like fucking ever. And the reason it's amazing that I bring him up is because, again, I say he's like a salt of the earth kind of person. He is like, he doesn't lie. He's not bullshit. And, you know, he's the real deal. So when he says we already have contact with aliens, I believe him. And then people I know that are in the know, that's all we're going to say about who I know, where I know, why I know them. You know, in life you meet a lot of different people. There's some people you believe in, some people you don't. But some people you still talk to and you know what the hell they're fucking talking about. Okay, that being said, people I know, they've let me know that there are many different, the Greys, the Reptilians, and possibly, so I believe and I don't believe. But in that, there's some 20% truth hiding. And 20% truth was enough to convince me that they weren't bullshitting. Wait, what's going on? Can I volunteer and wear a suit to the actual grand opening? You can wear a suit. Absolutely. I'm wearing a suit. I told you I'm going to have a gold jacket or something. I've got black and gold shoes already. And they're Harry Potter shoes. Listen, I'm wearing Harry Potter shoes with a golden snitch on the front. I should show you the shoes. No, they're too far away. They're too far away, but they're magical. Okay, Ocala said they were told no more shirt and tie. That's fine. We could dress however the fuck we want to. Wait, that's employees. Exactly. Marketing volunteers isn't included. Exactly. Loophole. I'm dressing in a suit. La Certa. It's a specific reptilian living in the earth. An interview with her. Huh. I'll have to look that up. That's interesting. I know there was they're like the tall white aliens. They're like very pale, white hair, very tall, very slender, very skinny. But I think, that white. Okay, so the light is like wild. Here we go. Okay, that's comfortable. That's nice. It's not, it's like a radioactive light. I need to get like a ring light, not this radioactive light that makes me glow after I turn the lights off. I don't know if that's healthy, but I've been taking oregano oil, so I really feel that's been helping. Just want to mention we've passed the 3-hour mark. We are still here, highly motivated, having a hell of a night. This is a Wednesday smoke sesh. It's cold. It's cold outside, and I can feel it coming from the floor below. I can feel it coming from the walls. I can feel it coming from the ceiling. It's just coming from everywhere. It's cold. That being said, it's probably going to be frozen tomorrow. So I may have to make it a hair later day until the sun comes out and dries up any possible ice on the road. I don't think we're going to get any ice on the road. We might get snow. Look, I'm holding out for some snow. The Nordics, that's right. The Nordic, and that's also a specific type of alien. But aliens, I don't want to really call them aliens. Maybe non-Earth terrestrials, non-Earth entities, or maybe they're more Earth than we are. Maybe they are original Earth, and we're just the aliens. Dude, we haven't ran our heater in like 3 years. We've been running it like the past couple. I know it's stupid cold. Right now, I think the temperature is like, what? What is the temperature? What is the temperature? 33. That's not so bad. I'm like, that's not so bad. For Florida, that is terrible. That is because it's only going to get colder, I believe. Look, for Florida, that's difficult. So tonight, it's going to be down to 30. Okay, so it goes down to 30. And then tomorrow, it doesn't get warmer than 41, 43. So tomorrow it doesn't get warmer than 43. That's cold. With wind chill, that's going to be colder. And then tomorrow night, it looks like it drops back down to like 32. Not terrible. Not terrible. I felt like it was going to be much colder than this. My dad was telling me that, look, he's in Texas, he's in Houston or Sugar Land, and their temperature got down to like 20 degrees. He said maybe even, and with wind chill, he goes, probably 10. And for Texas, that is wild. For Texas, that doesn't happen. Let me see. The reptilians are evolved dinosaurs that went underground after the asteroid. I think they're still dealing with above ground. I think maybe there is a vision, dimensional shift why we're not able to see aliens as a non-human entity. So even when we see like the Nordics, they seem human enough to us, but just odd. You know, maybe we see like the reptilians are able to shapeshift or change, and occasionally we see it maybe through the eyes. These are all just theories, just holy shit, what's going on out there? Because right now we can't really explain anything, so of course we're just gonna have our own damn stories. And knowing that disclosure, I feel it, I know it. Disclosure's around the corner. We're very close to something. Edward Casey said it, Baba Vanga said it. Oh, some crazy shit. Okay. Boy, we got a long podcast tonight. I feel it. I just feel like, you know, this is like the end of a smoke sesh when everybody's like, are we out of weed? Shut up. Oh, we got a joint left. Shut up. We still got a joint. We're still going, man. We're still going. Do you think Bigfoot is interdimensional? Wait, whoa. I got a theory about Bigfoot and Nessie. So, but more so Bigfoot. Wait, what was this? La Certa explains all of this in her interview. If it's real, that is. You know something? I would be interested to find out how real. I like how you put that way. La Certa. And we got to say, look, La Certa. You know, you have to have that R. If you don't have the R, then what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing R at all. If you cannot roll your R's. Okay, sorry. I was rolling them all over the place. But no, La Certa. I like it. I like it. You know, I'm all about interesting names. All my kids have the craziest of names. And I said, why? Because I want them to have meaning and energy and feeling. I want them to evoke conversation and excitement amongst groups and peers. No. They're not that crazy. Oh, let me tell you something. Aleister Crowley did some crazy shit. Aleister Crowley opened up, and I think I talked about him on an episode a couple ages ago. I don't even remember when. But he opened up portals that he never closed. So really quickly about Bigfoot and Nessie. Let me do Nessie first. So Nessie is in a certain lake that is connected or used to be connected to a lake in the United States. Is it in the US? No, wait, in the New Englandish? Wait. Geographically, I'm off. But wherever England is opposite from, to the reason is, I say this lake has crystal formations all on the bottom and back sides of the lake. I know this is going to sound crazy for a second, but Nessie is a real dimensional hologram of her in the now from another dimensional time or another dimensional space. So Nessie is real when you see her. So if you see Nessie in the water, which is the the creature in England, in the lake. Damn it. So with Nessie, and if you've heard the story, you know what the hell I'm talking about. So anytime you've seen her, it's been a real time, live. It's alive. It's real, but it's phasing in. So when it's phasing in, that the lake is like a giant resonator, a giant battery, a giant energy, and it's opening up or phasing dimensions or time and space. Hard to understand because it's hard for me to understand, but it just makes more sense than anything else. So she's real. Nessie is real, but we're seeing her in Scotland. Thank you very much. I apologize. No, that's my fault. You're right, Scotland. No, I said England, but no, I'm terrible for that. It's Scotland. Pay attention to things, people. I apologize. Very sorry. Very sorry. Right, Scotland. And me lady, oh, I apologize, me lady. My fault. So in Scotland, and Nessie, people see her because she's really there, but not in that same dimensional space and time that they think. So could you actually interact with her? I think she's crossing through a dimensional boundary. The same way aliens interact here in our space and time. So when you see them, and maybe you see it as an energetic orb in the sky, they're not necessarily in our space and time. We are seeing them through a dimensional rift. We are seeing them, that's why they're able just to disappear out of nowhere. We are seeing them and then the reason they crash, and they crash quite often, and that's why there's been retrieval units, and that's why people are coming out. They've been part of these programs. Disclosure. Okay. So they crash because their crafts are not tuned to our physical reality. Our physical reality is somehow manipulated in a way where they cross a dimensional boundary into our physical realm. Their ship may not make that transfer. The ships don't always make the transfer right, and into a physical world. And in that, they crash. And in that, they malfunction. And that's why the alien ships, through different points of time, have crashed. Now, do they still continue to crash as often as they once had? I don't know. But recent times, we see some crazy shit in the sky, don't we? Recent times, what are we seeing? We're seeing those energy orbs in the sky, and we're seeing large drones, which are military, by the way, searching for dimensional rifts, searching for nuclear activity. I think, and I don't think, because I don't know. Not anymore. Now I'm just as confused as I've ever been, but with a lot of direction and no hot marker to say this is what it is. None. Me lady, you're good at that. I forgive you. Thank you very much. I've heard our radio frequencies can fuck up their systems. Yes, our radio frequencies, but it's when they as they're coming into our physical realm, and it's at 167 gigahertz or 1.67 gigahertz or something. It's something with, if you watch Skinwalker Ranch, listen, they're trying to fucking tell you something, and these people are on fire. Skinwalker Ranch, the NASA scientist dude, he's real. Like, he's a flipping rocket scientist and then some, astrophysicist. So he's discovered certain things on the ranch and anomalies and dimensional rifts and portals. It's amazing how they've mapped it. And it's just amazing. Check out Skinwalker Ranch. Really incredible stuff. But yes, so with aliens, and I don't know why the hell I was talking about aliens. I'm like super lost now. Where did fucking aliens come into the whole thing? Oh, Nessie. Okay, wait. So Nessie is there, but because of the crystals in the water, the crystals in the ground, in that lake, she's being projected at certain frequencies, certain times. I don't know what makes it happen, but those crystals are then energetically activated, and then there's a Nessie sighting. And maybe they have to build up energy over a long period of time. but she doesn't currently live in the water. Or maybe she does currently live in that water, but another reality, in another dimensional shift. And she crosses over. Maybe she's an interdimensional being. Wow, Christopher, an interdimensional being. Time traveling because there is no time. Look, there is no past. There is no future. Everything is right now. Everything is this right now. This. And will always be. This creates everything. We experience the past now. We experience possibilities of the future now. When you realize you can create the direction, energetically you can change everything. As you go to sleep tonight, the planets are aligning, so the energies are fucking wild. Wild, I'm telling you. So use it. Use those energies. Don't waste it. As you go to sleep tonight, manifest in your subconscious, in the beginnings of your subconscious. As you become subconsciously subconscious, manifest your belief. Manifest the life you want, the person you believe you want to be, but in belief, not in a need, not in a want, but believe it, see it, live it. In that, as I'm falling asleep, live the other life or live the other dimension, live the other belief in opportunities opening up, live the other world of thought and understanding and openness and kindness that you want to be. The subconscious speaks to the conscious self. And the conscious self, if your mind believes it, sometimes you gotta do it for a couple days and you really gotta see it and live it and go deep. Go deep and get fucking detailed, yo. Get detailed. The 25th, you got a couple days to start, so you start now. The 25th is going to be magical. Magical, but you gotta make it that way. So you gotta believe it, you gotta see it. Don't waste it. Utilize that shit. Glad I got to remind you. But that's part of the magic of life. You have to make it happen. It's not just believing in yourself, it's realizing you create the path. You create the journey. You create that magic that we need. It's you. It's already you. So fucking be it. Become it. Be the change that you want to see, but be it. Believe it. So start manifesting. Don't waste that shit. Tell Bones about the 25th. The 25th is going to be magical. Look, I've got some great notes on it. Let me just jump up. The show is so over-fluffed, though. Makes me sad. I've heard our radio frequencies can fuck up their systems. It's a ghost of Plesiosaur. The show is so over-fluffed. Which one? This one? I feel it's fluffy. I feel this is fluffy. I don't know which show. Which show are we talking about? And if it's this one, it's okay. It's fluffy. The 25th is going to be magical. If I can find, I don't think I can find the notes on it. I've got so many other things going on, it's crazy. Nope. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, 25th. You ready? Here we go. Now, the 25th is a rare and magnificent celestial event. It's the alignment of several planets, including Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And they will all be visible together in the night sky. That's something that's, for us, it's going to be a once in a lifetime. I don't know. Oh, no. Skinwalker, I know. Wait. Let me quickly address the Skinwalker shit. You're right. You're 100% right. No, not me, but I feel fluffy anyways. It's okay. I feel fluffy with the show. I'm fluffing. No, Frank, don't go anywhere with that. Frank, don't. Frank, I feel like you were about to go somewhere with that. I'm just letting you know, don't go anywhere with that. But no, you're right. Skinwalker Ranch is you know, they don't tell you. You've got to read between the lines, and don't watch every show. Skip a few, and see the recap. Skip a few of the shows and see the recap. Also, you've got to see Blind Frog Ranch, which is right around the corner from Skinwalker Ranch. Crazy names. Blind Frog, Skinwalker. I believe we have a Skinwalker here. Listen, I've talked about it before, not often. Once in a blue moon, I bring it up. We got some crazy energetic entities here. So quickly, on the 25th, it's a big alignment. And these planetary alignments are not just uncommon, but they've been historically associated with periods of transformation, heightened energy, and that's huge. And each one of these planets means something so special. And I said it before, look, Mercury, it's about communication and it's about intellect. So we're opening our minds, we're communicating. And this is the number one thing we need to do as a human species for survival, for the future, for understanding. It's communication. Oh, the music came in like that. I like that. Kind of like a funky, what the fuck is happening? It's a funky, I don't know what the fuck is happening. That's what this is. And it's funky, yo. Okay. I'll take it. The other one got too funky on me. The other one just got too funky. I was just too hippity hoppity. Can't stop it. Hip hoppity. Okay. I'm gonna start singing some Digital Underground, Freaks of the Industry. Yeah, Money B. Okay. Wait. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. Okay. Magical stuff, y'all. Magical stuff. I'm not gonna even go there. So Mercury, communication, intellect, Venus, and all of these are gonna be visible. They're starting to be visible now. Look outside. If you have a clear sky, you're gonna be amazed. And you're going to start to feel the energy even now from the alignments, the perfect alignments with us, with the sun, with everything. This is magical. Okay. Venus is about love and harmony. So it's opening up love. It's opening up the harmony of the soul. This is authentic search of us, our energies, our futures. This right here is the beginning of the whole year, the rest of your fucking lifetime. This right here is the energy that states it, that becomes it, that grows from it. And I know you're like, Oren, you're fucking crazy. You're losing it. You're just out there. No, don't play it off like it's just something. It's something. It's not. It's something. And it's the magic of life. And we shouldn't overlook it. Even if you don't completely believe in it, do not overlook it. Just, okay. Your body will absorb mercury immediately for some reason. Have you heard of Helia with Greg and Dana Newkirk? No, I have not. I remember breaking a thermometer and a little pellet of mercury disappearing into my skin before my eyes. Oh shit, Nick, not good. Yeah, no, not good. Not good. You probably need to do a cleanse. How long ago was this? Don't play with mercury. It is highly poisonous to the skin, and it's only used as a trans-dimensional bond. I'm not going to even talk about it, but I should talk about it. Mercury should only be used as a trans-dimensional bond to leave one's body and for your energy to be quickly absorbed by the universe. Wow! Mercury is an amazing thing, but not to be touched, not to be messed with. 45 years ago, he's still alive. Oh, wait, we're talking goblins? I'm loving some shit here. Wait a second. I'm gonna have to, and it's on Prime? Okay, I'll check it out. It's on Prime, I'm gonna have to check it out. That's pretty cool. So wait. Venus is love and harmony, and it's opening us up in all new ways. Mars is action and courage. Jupiter, expansion and wisdom. Saturn, discipline and structure. And all of these are opening up totally on the 25th. They're opening now. You can see them now. You can feel that energy of alignment now. And in that alignment, in that total alignment, every single one of these planets are going to be totally open. Their alignment suggests not just the convergence of energies, something bigger. A unique opportunity for a collective growth. a collective growth that we need to graduate to another level almost of understanding, of consciousness. I think this right here is that energetic kick, the opening of the planets, the opening of energies, the opening of understanding. I really feel the leading up to the 25th is like, there's like a magic behind it. And possibly on the 25th, I might be in Tampa at the Gasparilla as a fucking pirate. I mean, if you're going to go, you might as well be a fucking pirate, but I might not. Waiting on last minute details. So we're gonna create magic, man. Magic. I was just throwing it out there. So all the planets are gonna open up. They're all going to align. There's beyond, look, the alignment is going to amplify every one of these planets. So every one of those characteristics that a planet has that's opening up like that for you, they're amplified. They are bigger than they've ever been. And that's why I talk about manifestation. And even starting now, don't put too much out there. Just try for one scenario, one thing, one reality that might be the bigger reality. And every night in that subconscious, put more power and energy directly into that. This thing is like twirly whirly all over the place. Let me just, there we go. There we go. Fancy. Oh, delicious. Delicious, I tell you. Me lady, don't fuck with me like that. Don't be like, look, me and snakes, I mean, they're amazing, beautiful creatures, but not, I don't care. Even a grass snake, I will run. A rat snake, I don't care. I don't care, poisonous, non-poisonous. I would be shitty on Naked and Afraid because I see a snake. Fuck you, you see a snake. This is bullshit. I just couldn't. I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean done? You just started. I'm like, he said he saw a snake. I'm fucking done. Look, I'm terrible at the zoo. The snake pit, like, you know, no, they don't put me in a snake pit. They take me to like the snake place, the amphibians. And I'm very uncomfortable. Even with glass this thick between me and the snake, very uncomfortable. Just me and sharks, I can be more comfortable with a shark. Even though I'm like what, the snake bearer? I'm the snake bearer, like Ossificus. Ossificus is more my sign, which is weird. It's a whole story on its own. I used to be Sagittarius. I am Sagittarius, but I'm not Sagittarius. Fucking confusing. Okay. I'm going to be thinking about it forever. There is no snake behind me. Wait, when mercury was available in the thermometers, it's not anymore? They don't have mercury in thermometers any longer? So how reliable is the thermometer? Bad for me, but absolutely delicious. Once again, everybody from all different networks, thank you again for joining me tonight on this Wednesday smoky sesh. And as always, it becomes its own original environment, its own community that everybody is welcome at, whether you smoke, whether you don't. But tonight we tokied quite a few. And I didn't pull out my little puff coat. I love this thing. Look, the older you get, you need a stronger cannabis to be able to last in your body and attach for a longer period of time. And you need a fuller cannabinoid balance without burning it all off in carcinogenic type smoke. So I've learned to love concentrates and the deep terpene flavors that develop and present themselves in a concentrate way. So I didn't even pull that out, but I've got some lovely crumble over here, a lovely batter. Delicious. Star Dog sounds delicious. It really does. And you're going to be thinking about it. Tesla made an AC thermometer. Really? An alternating current thermometer? Or no, he made a thermometer for air conditioning, whatever. Tesla made so many freaking things. Really. I mean, earlier I've got all this information for him, and right now, like, Tesla made so many things. That's why I'm like, he's responsible for so much, yo. And he really is. There were so many magical things that Tesla did, and even mystical. Earlier, I heard somebody mention Aleister Crowley and the incredible portals that he opened. So when people talk about the multiverse, or there are theories of a multiverse, or ideas of our holographic universe that we live within, and we are a projection of either a past, a present, a future. We are possibly a projection through a black hole or blah, blah, blah. Okay, so all of that. We are still an individual. We are still an individual reality in that holographic universe. We are still living out an individual world. So in this world we live, individually, quantumly, cosmically intertwined and intertwangled. Okay. We are still living individual realities. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. We're still real. So, okay, so the multiverse was created. This is, again, we're getting deep. We're getting weird and deep, whatever. Highly motivated, weird and deep. Yeah, good night, Nick. Nick. I'm taking the note in a moment too. So, Crowley and his portals that he opened possibly opened up multiple dimensions of our universe. Experiments like the Philadelphia experiment, or experiments done with the chaos glasses, or the holographic universe dimensional rift glasses that different people had been working on. And again, the Philadelphia experiment, that or any time rift experiments, all of those combined in our early scientific development and magic opened up and created the multiverse. So that's my last theory of the night. That's my last deep one. Oh, I love this pipe. This is like my favorite. And the Puffco, I mean, there's the Peak. The Peak is a cool device, but the Proxy, this is just the easiest to clean, easiest to use, and it needs to be cleaned. It's dirty. It's pretty dirty. I'm ashamed of myself. I started cleaning it the other day, and I did a little bit, but I mean, it's clean now. It's got a nice clean bowl, not terribly dirty. And maybe later. I tell you, I will end the show with this. Is it on? No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'm too high. I'm going to fuck myself up. If I do this, it's just too much. I shouldn't. But there's some beautiful rosin over here. And by the way, everybody, again, thank you for coming to the show. Everybody, thank you for coming here. You're all amazing. I appreciate it. And by the way, the energy you guys bring is what creates this show. The kindness you bring is what creates the show. And the kindness that you're going to take with you beyond this show is what creates the world around us. It creates the world around us. I love that. Okay, wait. I'm jumping into this really quickly. This is the Orin Plus. And the Orin Plus, it's like an Alexa or some shit. Like, hey, Alexa, get me the movie times. I don't give a shit about the movie times. Hey, Orin Plus, give me a hit. Let's call him. Oh, ooh, that smells. Oh my God. I think this is the old car smell. Oh God, stop. That was like my good night hit. That's an indica leaner. Serious. Anyways, thank you all for coming. You can find me again Friday night, Sunday night, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. And I'm about to get a big influx. That's the way you take hits, yo. That's the Orin Plus. Look, we can all have like, I don't have an Alexa. I don't have some shit listening. But that right there is the way you do a rosin hit. So you can do it with, you know, you can do a dab. But you could do it like this. And this, I think, is much healthier. By the way, you notice I'm not sucking. But instead, the air is blowing at me. So I'm not changing my breathing patterns for that. Here we go. Let me do it again. Boom. Let me get a hit, Orin. Let me get a hit, Orin. All right, wait. Okay, here we go. Last night. It's the end of the night hit. Oh, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You're all amazing. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being part of the show. You're all awesome. You're all amazing. Listen, thank you again for coming. Highly motivated. You can see me again Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn. Let's highly motivate the world around us. Let's send those good vibes, those good frequencies, because that's what life is about. Deep down inside, there's nothing better than the joy of kindness. You don't have to be nice, but be kind, be open, be understanding. Now go, enjoy life, become part of it. Okay, that's it. I'm fucking high. We'll see you. Have a great night. Ciao. You'll see us. Spread the joy. Tell everybody about us. This is Highly Motivated. Okay. Coffee. I can't press the button.